Let me give me a sec here. Get some stuff going here. Always like to do. Let's actually do this first. I think this might actually be one of those streams where I'd be okay with letting YouTube just do ads for me. It'd be a longer stream, so why not? And most of this stream is just going to be based on watching footage of things that already exist, so whatever. Um, Go ahead, we'll throw this under these. And go ahead and do that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, Go. This is something we'll probably be talking about at some point, but you know, this is also really funny. But yeah, I figured I want to do a live stream where I watch footage of video games that are within my interests that just got revealed for the Nintendo Switch 2. Some of these are not I'm not too crazy about, but some of them I am. So it would just be one of those things. I mean, they've wrapped up all these different Treehouse Live things that they were doing these past 2 days, and now like today's the day to go through it all, I guess. And then I also have some just videos for hands-on previews as well of Mario and Donkey Kong because those are two big games coming out pretty soon in the next couple months. So yeah, I don't know. I just want to sit down and basically like analyze these things and see what's going on with them. So first things first here, you get a character select screen. You see there's a lot of different slots here, right? Like so you got 3, 6, 9, 12 characters on each tab here, I guess you can call it. So you do 12, 24, 36, 48. You know, gonna end up being a lot of characters, but one thing I've seen in other pieces of footage is that there are like costumes in this game, and costumes count as kind of like separate slots, I guess. But there's still a lot of characters in this game. If you don't count the costumes, there's still a lot. So there's like a lot of enemies that are characters in this game. And I think there's a specific reason for that, actually. Maybe we'll just get to it when we get to it, I guess. But yeah, for now, you can look at these animations on the character select. They all do little dances. This reminds me of Mario Golf World Tour, I think it was called. It's the GameCube one where they also danced around on the character select screen. Like, I love crap like this. Great.
It's so great. Got that little dance going. Yeah.
I want Luigi, like, while he's dancing, I want him to go, Luigi, Luigi. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know. Waluigi's nuts looking. Like, he barely has a different design, but it's just like the eyeballs here. The fact that they're like so tiny, like it just makes him look a little more menacing in a way. Like or just a little more dangerous. You know, I don't know if people even really look at Waluigi and see menacing. Just a very lanky, skinny dude. But he just looks more like deranged in some way, shape, or form. Like I like it. I like the the little differences in the character designs in this game. It gives the characters just that much more personality. And yeah, you can see there's pre-made carts now. No more customization, but yeah, you can kind of see how each car is like a different size and stuff, different size wheels with different stats still. So that's still cool. No more meta builds, although I mean, if one cart ends up being the best one, then that's what everybody's gonna use still. So not really. Um, I thought that there was still anti-gravity in this game, but that's not really the case. Kind of like turns out that there's just some tracks where you kind of just do have lots of bendy, turny things that kind of look like anti-gravity, but aren't really. They're not quite there. Yeah, it's just very interesting that they've taken this approach. I kind of see why they have taken the approach they have. Um, it's mainly just because of the world exploration, like not being able to go underwater is probably because of the world exploration. No anti-gravity is probably because of the world exploration. There's like one worry I have about the game, but again, I think we'll just get to that when we get to it. For now, you got a little intro there. So you can see there's a Cheep Cheep, there's a bee, a pair of, I don't know what that's called, there's a snowman. Like there's all kinds of characters that if you go through footage from other people's gameplays, you're going to see that these characters aren't on the character select screen. So there's still like, there's a ton of characters in this game. You see somebody grinding on the rails. That's probably legitimately the fastest way to go is on the rails. It almost seems like when I watch footage that people are actually like, they're going faster when they are on rails too. Which like, I don't know, to me, when you get on the rails, you also build up boost like you would with a drift. So it's kind of crazy that on a rail you potentially go a faster speed and then also um, build up boost along with that. It's almost like if that really is the case, I'm not talking out my butt, then any chance you have to grind on a rail, you will like have to take it because that would just be the fastest way to go. So check that out. You can go on walls and stuff too. So there's not really like anti-grav, but you can just like jump onto walls. And I don't know, it kind of seems like the only way you can ride walls is if you are on like a rail and then jump to the wall potentially. So I guess that's the way they're gonna kind of limit you not being able to just go on any wall you see or something. But yeah, there's like a little shortcut on the left there. You can see coins up there. Looks like you can only get up there with a mushroom. There's like some water down here too, right? Like you can see there's some water here and you can drive on water. And I genuinely do wonder. I don't think this is the case because you're kind of going on an elevated path here. I don't think there's a way you could drive on the water and then get to some point up here on the top left, but might be possible there's a shortcut or just a completely different path on the water, right? Or it's possible that Lakitu would just take you if you try, but you'd see like there's a completely different road down on the bottom right too. So that's crazy, and I don't think that's a part of the course. Just like a regular Grand Prix anyway. But I don't know, maybe it is possible to just go on like some crazy pass on all these different courses that we just don't know about because people have not tried to go out of bounds. You know what I mean? You can see the feathers back. A feather might be another way for you to be able to like, without grinding, to be able to go on walls and stuff. Hi, Dan. Just now seeing you. It seems like in general, you use a feather, you jump up pretty high. So if there's not like a dedicated jump button, I don't think there is. Like I kind of thought there was one, but I don't think there is. Kind of looks like you have to go on rails by just driving on them instead of jumping up to one. Nice animation there. But if there's no dedicated jump button, then you could use like a feather to jump up onto a rail or jump up onto a wall if you didn't do it already. So that's a really cool track. Like you wouldn't think the first track in a Mario Kart game would be like a desert track, but it is, and it's a cool one. It's decent. Shows off the new mechanics of the game pretty well, I would say. Now in Grand Prix, you go from one track to another like this, which is really sick. But one concern I have, as you can see, is that kind of for the most part, oh dang, that Goomba just got destroyed. But for the most part, as you're driving from one course to another, kind of notice that like the courses are pretty wide, like the road's very wide, and also pretty like straightforward. So I'm just wondering personally if that's gonna like annoy me or bore me that, you know, the courses in between are just not as interesting as the actual designed courses of the game, you know? But there's a lot of cars. You can see there's a big old bully there. There's things around you that are gonna like try to knock you around as you're driving, so it's not terrible. And I still like this approach. I mean, this is something completely new. I'm willing to give it a shot, right? And it's cool to see like the course that you're gonna go to in the background like that. You can jump off stuff. This is basically like a guarantee that something like a Toad's Turnpike is never going to happen again, or like a tour course is never going to happen again, because this is kind of like the tour course right here. But yeah, now they're kind of gonna get into the actual track. So it's really cool how seamless it is. You know, you just go on a stretch of road and then you're there. It doesn't seem like messing up tricks is all that bad in this game. Just gonna kind of flip around. You can trick multiple times in the air. I don't think that gives you any extra boost. I think like the boost you do before jumping is the only one that you're gonna get. If you do multiple tricks in the air, it doesn't matter. I think it's just another way. And now you can see like the map is actually like close now. This is like the proper track now. But yeah, I think just the only trick that counts is the one you do off a ramp, off a jump. But it's just like a cool way to be able to see a whole bunch of different animations from your driver, you know? Get to see their face, get to see their expressions. Like, it's just cool. I bet you could go on that wall on the left and jump off of it. Nobody's really tried that, but again, there's a lot of things where I just bet you can do stuff and people just haven't tried it. Yeah, now it's looped back around. Mario just drops on his head. He got a concussion from that, a big old concussion. Hey, there you go. And really, he only drove around that course like once before the race finished. Again, I don't know how much I like that. But I guess, you know, technically the course is kind of like different every single lap, so that's not a bad thing. Yeah, it's just something different. I have to actually play the game in order to see if I like it or not. For like an extended period of time, trust me, I'm going to be playing this game for an extended period of time. I can confirm to this month will be the month I get like a gaming PC. So when I'm playing, like Switch 2 games, Switch 1 games, whatever I want to play, PlayStation is not really a problem, but for Nintendo games, I'm going to be streaming them at pretty high quality because I'm going to be getting a pretty high quality, probably gaming laptop. I've been thinking about desktop for a long time just because I thought, you know, desktops are just more powerful or can be more powerful. But I think at this point, I think laptops can be just as powerful or at least powerful enough to for what I want them for. So I'm just going to go with a laptop. Why not? Yeah, now you're driving on the road again. Seems like there's a couple more twists and turns here. I can see Let's go back a second. Because maybe these racetracks are a little more dynamic than I make them out to be, but you know, you can turn right here, but you could probably go up that ramp, and then as you go up that ramp, you could probably go where that train's going, which I think would be really cool. Terrible aim, by the way. Oh my god. But would that even lead to where you want to go? I don't know. I don't know. That might be a huge shortcut though, because if you don't have to drive around this part and instead you just cut through there, yeah, that's definitely a shortcut. So you could just ride the train rail the whole time and then get to that probably a lot faster than anybody else. So like there's going to be a lot of like the first week of this game is going to be amazing just because there's going to be a lot of optimization of which routes you can go on, I think. Again, see how much faster you go on the rails too? Like seriously. I think it's kind of crazy. But yeah, this feels like a completely different track. This feels great, you know. This is about as dynamic as it could possibly get, really. I don't know why, as you are a person in the first place, why you'd want to keep a feather and a coin, but okay. Here comes a hammer bro. Oh man, then she says watch out and he just runs straight into it. What a dingleberry. But yeah, now you're at a new track again. And it's more of like a train track type of thing. It kind of reminds me of Mary, I forget the Mary Mountain. I think that's the name of it, where you had the train tracks there too, but you can actually like go on the rails. Then you can jump in between rails. My Sonic alarms were just going off when I first saw stuff like that, but I love it. Really, I've watched a lot of this footage. I haven't like paid attention super closely to it because a lot of time I was just watching it at work, and I'd get like interrupted while I'm watching. Whoa, you go on that wall? Yeah, dude, you can go on probably like any wall really if you really wanted to. I don't think there's going to be a crazy limit on it. So, man, he's going to go in front of that train, but it's finished anyway. Like I think I really would like to have another lap, like 2 laps of the course that you're supposed to be on, 1 lap where it's you driving to the course, but I don't know. I think that just means that when you do a regular race in general and you're actually on the regular track, that it's just going to be more fun just to do it the one time and then you move on. And then when you're replaying it, it'll feel more fresh. Yeah, I don't know. Spike Express. There's a lot of different cool things in the background. Seems like if you got a mushroom while you're doing these sections here, that you're gonna fly to first place because there's so many like off-roading possibilities. And these are not really straight paths. A couple turns, a couple cool little turns. In a way, like this reminds me of like a Choco Island almost, but there's just like random cars in the middle of it. Ooh, big boom. He brings the boom. Oh, you can like jump off of people too. That's another thing I saw. Just crazy. There's a freaking Goomba in a boot. Oh my god. And now it's like nighttime, and this reminds me of like Moon View Highway. Less cars. Still. There's like a spiky guy at the end of that rail. That's crazy. Just random enemies in random places. Ooh, got the hammers. That's a cool new item. The hammer throwing. Like an arc thing. I like that. That's like a skillful item to use, I guess. Now we're going on. This is the start of this new map, the DK uh, station, I think it's called. Out of all the things I saw in like the first trailer for this game, this was the map that like impressed me most, got me the most excited. Just because, look at that, man! Look at the sight of that. Then you got Donkey Kong being your enemy, a robotic Donkey Kong just jumping around and stuff. Like, look how cool this is. The actual map itself is probably not going to end up being anything crazy. It's just like a turn, you go straight a little bit, turn, and you go straight. But I think it's cool because, as you can see here, you first of all, yeah, you could do some real grinding like that to avoid all those barrels if you really want to. And that's probably what you want to do. The freaking explosion effect on that's really pretty. But you can either grind on rails to avoid stuff, or you can just drive through it. Different hazards each turn, so that's really sick too. And it's always just like barrels and stuff. He said, "All right, Mario have parkour things in his platforming games. Let's add it." Yeah. Again, like this reminds me more of Sonic than anything right here. This rail grinding stuff where you go back and forth. Like it's so freaking cool. So cool. If a Mario game implemented crap like that, then it'd definitely be over. But yeah, you know, this is basically just like wall jumping being implemented into a kart racer, so that's really sick. And it seems like if you don't land correctly, another blue shell, it's crazy. Um, yeah, again, it looks like you can rail grind if you really want to avoid all this. But I don't know. I feel like if a barrel got right up to where you were on a rail, you'd probably be knocked off. This is cool. Just like giant barrels. I feel like that could actually be hard to avoid. Yoshi's working minimum wage, yeah. I mean, even in Mario's world, you gotta freaking work a minimum wage job. The world full of whimsy. Then yeah, the race ends with you just flying off, which is awesome. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. That is probably like no joke one of the better mushroom cups in Mario Kart history right there, just between all the different levels. Again, maybe the in-betweens, I don't know, but when you're actually playing on the race course, it's like, oh man, all of these are super duper solid. So freaking Fat Hammer Bro. Will Fat Hammer Bro be a playable character? So they got the Toads, they got the Shy Guys as playable characters, they got the Yoshis as playable characters, Koopa Troopa as a playable character, but we have not seen Fat Hammer Bro be a playable character. Like, dude, I just think they practically have a character. Anything that has like a character model in this game is a character. So why not add Fat Hammer Bro? Why not? Let's just do it. But yeah, awesome game, awesome video game for sure. Um, Now they're gonna do some free roaming, I think. Yeah, you can just drive wherever you want in this. This is like a single player mode, and this is what I've been dying for Mario Kart for sure. Is just some kind of single player offering. It doesn't seem like this is just going to be, oh, you drive wherever you want and call it at that. There seems to just be a lot of things to unlock through this mode specifically, and I think that's really sick. There's a lot of different like costumes you can unlock. I think you probably will unlock different characters, and I think the way you unlock costumes is through these like food bags. You're probably gonna be able to like find a whole bunch of different ones. Like, let's pause there for a second, right? Because I think like the food bags are just like a power up, an item in normal races, but I think in this mode they're probably just gonna like be scattered as collectibles. And yeah, you can see this is I guess Mario's domain, and you have all these different costumes to unlock. And I think that's just within. Oh, it's not really probably within this area, but just like in general, as you're going around trying to find those food bags or whatever, you'll eventually, if you're playing as Mario, you'll eventually get all of his stuff, and then maybe you'll want to switch a character so that you can get all their stuff. So, I think you can probably get these through regular play too. Doesn't really matter where you do it, but I think it'll probably be most plentiful, I guess, in this mode. I don't know.
You could drive there too if you want.
I think if you just in this mode, they'll be the easiest to find just because you're free driving. There's no pressure to, be first or whatever. So, oh, hi. This is a dude driving around in the Grand Prix, like whatever. Oh, cool, Draco. Cool. Yeah, I definitely can't wait. It's been a while since the last Crusade update, so I'm excited to actually get some updates. I still need to do my art for like the congratulations screen. I wanted to do PD. I don't know if that's I'm sure that's still available. Yeah, so you can drive on the water here. So like would it really be crazy if there's like some alternate path you could take instead of going up, you go down instead and it could actually be faster? Like I think that'd be really sick if you could do that on just like the regular race course stuff. I think it'd be awesome. I would also like to see a lot of different spin-off characters. Like if they could get anybody from Mario RPGs, you got Starlo, like you said, you got Fawful, you've got maybe one of the newer characters, like um one of the characters from Brothership. That game needs some advertisement, unfortunately. Like I really like that game, but unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like it's sold all that well. So hopefully, it gets like some kind of game upgrade in the future where there's like DLC for it and optimizations. Same thing for like Paper Mario 2. You could add like Vivian. You could add Hoops and Goombario or whatever for easy costumes if you want. Ooh, photo mode. Whoa, crazy. Grand Theft Mario. Kinda, yeah. You heard that Crusade TE release? Yeah. So Crusade TE, if I'm remembering right, that's like the mod that adds some more like modded characters to it, but is mainly focused around like competitive balance, right? I could check that out one of these days. I can't talk. Okay, yep, we're just going right into the next one here. I do want to see some Donkey Kong Bonanza, all right? So, this will be sick. This is how the game starts. It starts with the opening cutscene from the trailer. That's pretty sick. Donkey Kong is in the mines. He's playing fucking Minecraft. Ooh, bananas. That that exact quote from Mario versus Donkey Kong. I know that came back in the remake, but it's gonna come back again because it's just iconic to me. I don't know why, but the ooh banana, ooh, like I love that so much. Like no reason. I have always loved it. So yeah, this game looks nuts. It looks nuts that you can just punch whatever you want and destroy the terrain however you want in this game, and you'll just find collectibles. This is the type of game that if I was like 7 or 8 years old, I probably would have played this game for like 1,000 hours or something if it actually existed. So unfortunately, it feels like the only time I can really make videos is when I have days off like this. So, checking out a whole bunch of different things that are being done, like that Crusade T build. Um, I don't know when I'll ever get to it. I feel like once I get this gaming laptop, I'm gonna do it pretty dang soon. Once I get it, um, I may after the Switch 2 comes out, because I gotta save up money for that, of course. But once the Switch 2 comes out, I'm pretty much set on money. I'll feel okay. Maybe doing like a lighter schedule at work, potentially. I don't know. I've been also trying to get a new job. I still haven't heard anything about this job place that I did go to. Um, just for like a quick little interview and tour. It's like a manufacturing job, and I don't really have any experience in that, so I don't know if they're gonna take me. It doesn't seem like it's completely out of the realm of my capabilities, though. But I'm sure if there's more qualified people applying for that, then they'll probably just take those people. But we'll see. I'll know, I guess, in like 2 days, I guess, if I'm gonna do that or not. If not, then I just keep on searching, I guess. Honestly, I've seen a job listing for like a cleaning job, and I don't even think that'd be the worst thing ever to do either. Just spend the whole day cleaning stuff. I mean, I get to work at my own pace. That doesn't sound terrible. I'm gonna. I've been in retail for so long that I'm kind of willing to just take whatever, you know. Right now, they're just kind of meandering. I don't think there's really much I can like analyze here or talk about. Just seems like you're gonna get a lot of gold in this game. I'm sure, like in Mario Odyssey, you'll use coins and collectibles that you've gathered to buy more costumes and stuff like that. Maybe get new abilities with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's got like a clap. I saw like a shockwave there. Yeah, it seems like the game's gonna try and help you a little bit when it comes to finding secrets like this. Because I mean, if you're able to destroy the whole freaking world, then it's gotta tell you what things to punch at least a little bit, you know? There's like two different kinds of currency actually. There's this little weird octagon looking things, and or I guess is that a pentagon? Yeah, it's a pentagon. Weird pentagon looking things, and then the chunks of banana, the crystallized banana. Stick it to those cans. Oh my god, you can freaking destroy your chest. Just punch it like rapid fire. That's crazy. Oh my god, yeah, the speed runs for this game are gonna be nuts. Every now and then I like to indulge in just watching some speed runs of stuff. Like with Pizza Tower, for example, that was a game that I was really interested in seeing what the speed runs would look like, just to see it like fully optimized. Um, Once I eventually beat Anton Blast, I'll probably look up speed runs of that too, just to see what people do in that game. Um, I don't know when I'm gonna go back to playing that game. There's still like a lot of games I want to play, and now all these new games for the Switch 2 are coming out pretty soon. It's like, oh god. It really does feel like I need more time. I don't really make all that much money by like streaming the games or playing the games, making videos on them. That's not really the issue. It's just like I want to have time to play the games, you know. I think at this point, I'm at a point in my life where I value time a lot more than money. If as long as I can just get by and have more time, I'm okay with that. So, you know, even if I worked like 4 days a week, that'd be great. Just having one day off, one extra day off every week would be really cool. So we'll see. I'll get stuff going. I'm pretty slow when it comes to just making changes in my life. I don't know if it's just because you can high five people. That's cool. Ooh, you do claps and oh, that's cool. And you do claps on certain things to change stuff up. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because as like a human being, I just like anybody else when my life is just kind of like the same every single day. I'm in a pattern, I'm in a groove. Well, you can throw things at collectibles to collect them. That's interesting. But yeah, I could use a change too for sure. Um, I think the new DK design is extremely good. Like to me, um, I think something that people don't really bring up too much, but I think it's true, I think this Donkey Kong design is a lot more childlike. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's just because he is just more expressive in general with this design compared to the rare design, but um, I don't know. I just think that he reminds me of a lot of just a very ornery child in this game with this design. So
I'm gonna leave my way. Right. Yeah.
This game really encourages you to think outside the box.
Yeah. There's a lot of
yeah,
different
that's
ways
really
you can
cool
get
that
to
there's
it.
multiple ways to get to that if you want.
There's a door. There was
Again, that kind of reminds me of Odyssey, how there's just because of how free flow the movement was in that game,
It looks like a storm is
there's
on
a
its
lot
way.
of different ways that you could get any particular
Be fine, right?
moon. You could do it the way the game wanted you to. You just make up your own way of going about it. But this game's gonna take that to a whole new level for sure.
Devices that'll crack
Um,
your destruction.
but yeah, I still don't mind the rare design. I just think that this design here,
Enemies in the game here.
Yeah, these
it's just a lot
so we're gonna make
more
sure that we
catered to
make
being able to be more
sure.
expressive. And I do like that a lot more.
I like these because they drop chunks.
Like a lot of people are saying, I don't know, I gotta get used to it. I maybe it's just because they grew up with Rare Donkey Kong. I grew up with Rare Donkey Kong too, but as soon as I saw this design in like
Look at this.
the movies,
There's just an entire hall to play with.
um, it took a while to get used to as I was watching the Mario movie, but I started to like it a lot, and now I'm seeing it in a game. It's like, oh yeah, this
I
is
mean, if it's shaped like a banana,
this is really good.
what's that?
It's really, really dang good. Look at all these bananas. Oh my god.
This is where DK has come to find
Yeah,
his
his face just looks like more chubby.
He started eating all these bananas here.
His face looks more like rounded, you know.
Oh no.
You have more rounded shapes on something, it's just able to be more expressive.
That's what
So,
I'm talking about.
oh snap, the freaking
Oh no, the bananas.
Yeah, those
the
bananas
freaking
just went everywhere.
Sephiroth meteor out of nowhere, bro. Holy crap!
Yeah. So this is our first
Look
glimpse
at this.
of the primary
And there's
antagonist.
like crocodiles made out of
This from DK.
basically
Oh, hang on.
stone here,
Things look
which just
really
makes me
cool.
think, sure, there's gonna be
And there goes the
Oh no, no, it's taking his clothes off. Oh no, not Donkey Kong's clothes. His overalls. Trying to be Mario.
our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa! Caught in a tornado now.
Getting caught up in this big storm here.
But what was I saying? I don't even know now. But yeah, oh yeah, I was talking about the villains. Like yeah, the villains are like also monkeys.
I hesitate to call this a storm.
But with the weird crocodile looking things in this game, I'm thinking that K. Rool's probably gonna come back. He'll be a big reveal and be like the final boss again. Which I just think will be really cool to finally see him in like a Nintendo game again. They know people want to see it. It'll probably just be a big surprise. There'll be some point where the Kremlings are like your enemies, and then they'll lead up to K. Rool. Probably like the last level or something.
Nope.
That's just what I'm thinking though.
That's one way to find a lot of bananas quickly, though, or lose a lot of bananas quickly, I guess.
It looks like we lost
Cause I don't know. I mean, they don't usually pull switcheroos with like the villains or whatever.
DK here. See if he
Like
can
with Mario Odyssey, they had the rabbits, and
in there, bud.
eventually you fought Bowser at the end, and you knew you were gonna fight Bowser at the end.
He is.
This is a little worse for wear,
But yeah,
Still, he's all right.
I think in this game they probably will pull a switcheroo just because Oh, did he catch it?
Oh, the animation.
No. Oh, he went inside of it. That's funny.
Punching forward and punching down using the Y and B.
Have you guys seen the thing too where there's like this
Nice
I
one.
might show it off later, but there's like this Korean
I'm gonna keep punching upwards too. So
listing of Donkey Kong Bonanza, and instead of
cave in here, see if we can't.
the little rock guy that they're probably about to get to here,
Some
it's showing that like there's like a little child-looking Pauline on his back instead. But the little child Pauline, I don't see people talking about it, but it looks like Pauline has like a purple rock bracelet on. So Just interesting. They say you all saw the Rock Companion in the trailer, so I think that's gonna end up becoming Pauline in some way, shape, or form. But as a child, it could literally just be that it's Pauline's child too. Like, oh my God, Pauline has a kid. Oh yeah, here it is. But like, why would Pauline's kid be a rock at any point? Who knows, right? Again, why are there crocodile-looking rocks? Maybe there's some crazy thing going on where there's like this technology where the monkeys are trying to turn people into mineable rocks or something. It could be the story. Who knows? Oh, you can't just climb up any wall. It's fair though. Did see rock climbing in the trailer for the game though. Pretty cool bananas. Lots of like talking characters in this game too. Again, reminds me of Mario Odyssey. Oh my God! Whoa! Yeah, you pick up a rock and just ride on it whenever you want. That's sick. It's just like an on-command Koopa Shell from Mario 64. It's funny. Um, what else? What else could I say? Yeah, it's interesting to see what the story of this is going to be because, I mean, at the beginning, it kind of just presents itself as any other Mario game where the story is not really like the important thing at all. It's just some really silly stuff happens, and then the bad guys show up, and it's really crazy, and then you gotta go find the bad guys and fight each crony along the way till you get to the big bad. But I don't know, there might be a little more to it than that. Ooh, man, look at this. Ow. Oh yeah, you do lose health. You have 3 things of health. Oh yeah, cool. You can pick up a rock to get rid of the vines. Sticker Brush Symphony coming back. I cannot talk for the life of me. Oh yeah, that's cool too. Wow. So again, yeah, this might be a type of game where you think you might not be able to traverse certain things, but then you can just by like throwing stuff or punching it or riding on a rock, apparently. It's really sick. There's a new Smash game he needs like ride the rock move where he just takes a trunk off the ground and then just starts flying forward with a rock. I think that'd be pretty sick. Don't think there's gonna be a new Smash game for a while though, unless Sakurai's working on 2 games at once, which is possible. But I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty hard to do, man. I would like to think that him working on 2 games at once for how much hard work he puts into any one video game he works on would just be too tough for him, especially at the age that he's at too, you know? I know he's a workaholic, but, you know. I think people are sleeping on Kirby's Air Ride too. I think that game's gonna be like way more expansive than the first game. I'm really happy that Kirby Air Ride 2 is even happening in the first place because like Kirby Air Ride 1, bleh, blah, 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 blah. It's a cool game. It really is, but it could have been expanded upon a lot more, you know? Like on the whole, it's a decently simple game between the 3 modes, and it kind of gets carried by all the different achievements in the game that you can do. But I like how he just goes from like very curious to super duper aggressive. Like, as soon as you press the button, he's just on that crap immediately. Like it's very scary. Very scary. Yeah, I'm sure they'll improve the camera a lot for the sequel. That is definitely one thing I will say about that game too, is that the camera's a little weird. The racing wasn't like the funnest in the world. I felt like it could have been like expanded upon a little bit more. Like Kirby's Air Ride is just one of those games where On its own, it's a decently fun game, but
Well, that was a rough
I
one.
think again, if expanded upon and like really fleshed out, that could have been like a really good game. I think everybody came out of Kirby's Air Ride thinking that they really liked, the city trial stuff, but not so much the regular racing or that top-down mode. Again, I think both of those could be expanded upon pretty heavily, and it could end up being pretty fun.
Nice one.
So I think all three of those things are coming back. I don't know if Sakurai will add even more stuff on top of that. Like maybe there'll be like 5 different modes, something crazy like that. And Kirby's all about like the mini games. So really, if and I know any game Sakurai's made, especially, oh my god, all the Kirby games have all these different little mini games on top of it. So
Aw.
I wouldn't really be surprised if he's This is very cute moment.
The cutest dancing rock you've ever seen.
I wonder why this rock, by the way, has the word void on it. Void. Is it like void and then something with CO, DCO? I don't know what that's all about. But it's obviously like, again, like a creation of the villain characters because it's got the villain character's head on it. And then maybe once you figure out, I don't know, some cure to the rock infestation, then you get little baby Pauline following you around instead. But yeah, I think I honestly think the prospect of just like a city trial mode online alone is enough reason to do a Kirby Air Ride 2. But even then, um, going back around to Smash would be cool. Going back around to Kid Icarus would also be really cool. Again, I don't think Sakurai can just do two things at once. Like, he can't just be making a Kid Icarus and a Kirby Air Ride or Kirby Air Ride and a Smash or Smash and a Kid Icarus. He can't be doing that. He's just working on one thing at a time. And like I said, I think Kirby Air Ride's going to be a pretty expansive game where Sakurai probably, takes a look at what made Kirby Air Ride 1 good, expands upon that, takes all the things he maybe looks back on, wish he could improve on, and improves on it, right? And he tries to make it like a legitimately super good game.
Now
No
we
matter
know.
what, I'm here for it. Sakurai, he is one of my favorite game developers. Like Smash Brothers and Kirby are like two of my favorite gaming franchises ever. So
So he can ride in the dirt.
I'm here for whatever he's doing. Kid Icarus is also really good. I didn't like beat that game though, so
Look at him
I wouldn't
go.
say that I. Oh man, he can break dance. Holy crap! He can just do anything in this freaking game. It's hilarious. Lots of silly stuff. Like there's definitely a dedicated singing button, and then there's a dedicated breakdancing button. Like why? Why not? Make music to find your way. Doing music is your look at his face. Oh, Udami's very mean. That's funny. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like the past couple Smash games have been my cup of tea. I really liked Brawl, but if I try and play it any other way other than casually, then it's just not fun to me, honestly. And that's kind of how it's been for the past couple Smash games with Smash 4 and
For those that
Smash Ultimate. I feel that way
listen to
too.
Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2,
I feel like Brawl was like the
I'm
best
here with Demetrius and
casual
Mitch, and we're here to show a little game
offering.
called Metroid Prime
So it's
4,
just been a
the
while,
Nintendo Switch 2
I guess,
edition.
since there's been a really good
This is a
casual Smash
first-person
game
shooter
to
game
me.
starring our favorite
To
protagonist,
me,
Samus.
my
She's a
opinion.
very famous bounty hunter, for those of you that don't know. But
Not
I'm
that
gonna throw it
I
away to
thought that the
Demetrius
some of
to
the
introduce us.
stuff that was in Smash 4 and Ultimate was fun though. Like the spirits are fine. Lots of content there.
It's the
I
most
thought
fun
that the
one.
Master Core fight in Smash 4 was really cool in both 3DS and Wii U. Smash Run, dude. I hope that there's just a new Smash game that has online Smash Run in it. That would be so so sick. I really hope they do one of these days revisit that mode. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this. I think this is the only Metroid Prime 4 footage that really matters because everybody's playing the demo that they're about to play here. So we're probably not going to see anything different like Metroid Prime 4. Dang, my God, my mouth just doesn't want to work. It's crazy. I mean, there's some days where it's not as bad, but I think today's pretty bad. But anyway, Switch you. Your opinions smell like cabbage. I'll take that as a compliment. Um, yeah, all the hands-on previews that people played of Metroid Prime 4 are probably just the same thing here. Crazy cutscenes, well, so therefore, like Metroid Prime's a bit more of a linear thing, kinda. Like you kind of go through stuff and then you'll backtrack eventually, but if you're just going through one part of a game, like one 30, 15, 20-minute segment of a game like this, then I don't need to see everybody doing that. So this is the only thing I'll watch of this, but I'm sure if we watch more Mario Kart World and Bonanza stuff, we'll see some different stuff.
So some of you might see this area pretty familiar from the first trailer that we
Yeah.
showed for
I
Metroid
think the most
Prime.
important thing
Now
about
we're gonna see a little bit more.
a fighting game is the characters, obviously, and Sakurai definitely recognized that around Smash 4 when he was making the trailers and realizing, oh, dang, these things get a lot of traction, a lot of attention on the game. So he probably just decided for the next Smash game, he was just going to focus on all the characters, bringing everybody back and then adding more on top of that, which is, just a very smart choice by him. In that aspect, like, yeah, Smash Ultimate is the best Smash game by default because if the most important thing to you is the characters, then it has the most characters and it has probably like the best fighting game roster ever. But for me, it's like having that big old roster is really cool. But if the actual gameplay itself
But also you're playing in
is not fun to me for whatever reason, then it doesn't really matter if the roster is that big,
for anybody that
right?
is watching the stream, we
And
are
Smash Ultimate definitely feels like a super duper like homogenized
all the visual
no sauce platform fighter to me. Just not even like a bad thing, honestly, because then I can just kind of I can play it to a flowchart and other people can play it to a flowchart, but I don't exactly like playing to a flowchart either. But there's so many different characters, so many different flowcharts to learn that it's not that bad, but it's still like, I don't know. And dealing with other people doing flowcharts is just really annoying because you can see things coming, but you can't stop it, type of thing. And the game's just really afraid to let you, I don't know, be creative. That's what I didn't like about Ultimate. Your creativity comes in just which character that you play, basically, and that's really about it. There's not a lot of room to experiment there. Like if you play Rivals 2, people can play the same character in a vastly different way, so that's cool. Not so much in Smash Ultimate, really. In Smash 4, that's kind of how it works too. But the characters in Smash 4 kind of busted a little bit. They could do like 5 up tilts in a row. Bayonetta can kill you with one combo. Like Smash Ultimate's definitely more controlled. I definitely do like Ultimate better than Smash 4 as a video game, but it's still just like not my favorite platform fighter to play for sure. I wouldn't even say Rivals 2's one of my favorites either. Honestly, the last gameplay I did with Olympia, God, I could not be more annoyed at a video game than playing Rivals 2, honestly, at this stage, unfortunately. Like I wish I really liked that game. I wish I wanted to play it all the time, trust me, but it doesn't even really matter who I play against in that game. I'm just like super duper annoyed every single time I play that game.
There's some environmental
Get really frustrated with it.
to break too. You never know what's in the containers.
I think that's just because you gotta really lab out the characters in that game and really figure out what they can do. Again, like the expression is higher, but I don't really have the time to figure out how I can, you know, express myself and find a cool flow chart and
Some more
find cool combos for each character.
got a mecha suit.
So you basically have to be good at the game, and I have a skill issue. I can't really fault it too much to the game. I just can't play it. Caters a little too much to that hardcore crowd that really likes to, you know, find all the different things a character can do and cheese people out, you know, or just go crazy with them. So far, this is a pretty standard affair here for Metroid Prime. It's a lot more cinematic, it feels like. Like a lot of the storytelling in other Metroid Prime games in the past was kind of just like you scanning stuff and then getting story that way, and through like the environmental storytelling. And there's still that in this game, but there's just cutscenes now too on top of that, so the storytelling's going to be a lot stronger in that way. I loved Metroid Dread. If this has any story beats similar to Metroid Dread, then it presents itself in any way similar to Metroid Dread, then we're in a good spot. Metroid's always good at storytelling, though. No matter how they try and do it, I think they always kind of hit it out of the park there. Metroid as a series, I played it a little bit later into my life here, like in my, I don't know, when's the first time I played Metroid? It was probably like when I was probably in my 20s. I think I played my first Metroid game during the pandemic and stuff. Like I'm finally gonna get to the series and played Metroid Prime 1 and loved it, played Super Metroid, loved it, played Fusion and loved it. Like all these Metroid games are super solid. So Disney just put out a new Tron trailer. I've never watched Tron in my life, so I don't think I'm gonna care too much. And a lot of the stuff that Disney's been putting out in general does not have my interest whatsoever. Even the Marvel stuff, like I like Marvel a lot, but I don't care to see the Captain America movie. I'm not even all that excited for the Avengers movie that's coming out eventually. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch that. I probably will, but I'd probably watch it, if it's out for free somewhere. I'm pretty like disenfranchised with Disney at this point. They've made so many mediocre, crappy movies, and I'm just kind of over them. you know, just how it is. The Smash 6 is going to be $80. It better have rollback netcode, 200 stages, 100 characters, and come with keys to a Lamborghini. Yeah. I agree, especially with the Lamborghini part. Um, I think I've said it before, but I don't see a realistic way to make a game bigger than Smash Ultimate without just adding more to Smash Ultimate. I feel like Smash Ultimate was the big hurrah, unless that the next Smash game has like 5 or 6 years of development beforehand. It's not going to be bigger than Smash Ultimate. So if they want to do a game bigger than Smash Ultimate, they should just do like some Switch 2 upgrade for it with more characters and maybe like a new mode. Or again, they could add Smash Run to it in a Switch 2 upgrade and make it so that you can run around on a big map and then find people and fight them like everybody wanted with Smash Run. And I think that's something that only like a Switch 2 could do, and that would be like an appealing thing for casuals, I would think. I think that's what everybody would want. Nintendo's actually pretty good right now about giving people what they want, so I don't know. Like I really, again, with how Nintendo operates, I really wouldn't be surprised if like 4 years from now they just say, you know what? There's gonna be a Switch 2 upgrade for Smash Ultimate. Like what? Game was out for like this game's like 10 years old, dude, at that point. Like you've got new DLC for this game now. That's what they did with Mario Kart, though. What they did for Mario Kart 8, they just decide, you know what? We're gonna give you the booster course pass after like 6 years of this thing being out. Like, oh, okay. But yeah, I agree with you, OJ. If they make like an actual new Smash game, it will be like I feel like first of all, if there's a new Smash game, I don't think Sakurai should be heavily involved like as the director. He should definitely be involved because it's Sakurai. He has the pull. Like if you make a new Smash game and you tell any particular game dev that they might want like a third party guest appearance from, like, hey, Sakurai's working on this, then they're like gonna fall to their knees and beg him to have their character in Smash Brothers, right? But if Sakurai's not involved, then the pool is not there, and people will be like, I don't know. So Sakurai will be involved as long as he possibly can be, because that's just going to make everybody more money. But I feel like somebody else should be the director of the game, and Sakurai should be like a co-director or like some kind of just like the second higher up from the director type of role, like a creative head. But I feel like there should be a new director. Sakurai should like basically train somebody to be a new director, and the focus should be on overhauling everything, making, you know, new gameplay mechanics for the game in some way, shape, or form, bringing in new move sets for old characters, maybe dialing back on the third party aspect of it, going back to it being like the Nintendo fighter and then adding third parties in as DLC, right?
Get him in the belly.
Why does it look like the stream is like I'm watching this the stream while I'm looking at chat and like it's very smooth for me while I'm watching gameplay, of course, but it doesn't look too smooth for you guys. Is everything okay? It looks okay to me. Were there drop frames? It seemed like there was at some point, but I think it's okay now. Um, yeah, here's a boss. The boss actually has some very hard to hit weak points here, as you can see. And then, yeah, he blocks stuff. That's kind of funny. But this seems like a pretty standard fare still. Like, okay, so he blocks his weak points. Otherwise, he's just like throwing projectiles at you, swiping at you, doing a ground pound. Nothing crazy. Jumps around. Yeah, he looks really ugly. Of course he does. I'm curious about the story of this game because, you know, Metroid's very, it's got a very crazy lore to it. Silux, is he going to end up being like the main villain, or is there some other bigger guy? Ooh, wow, you got to turn into a ball. Dodge that one. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, if you're like playing for the first time, you might think, how am I supposed to dodge that? And then you think about it, you're like, oh, that's how I do it. He's like a freaking punch out character where he's just like blocking his midsection. Kind of funny. Speaking of, I hope there's a new punch out one of these days. And if they're bringing back stuff like Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life, one of those types of game franchises that has been about as dormant as those has been Punch Out. So I hope they get a new one in there one of these days. That'd be like a good middle of life type of game, you know, or even just end of life too potentially. Big grab. Yeah. Like I said, that's why I think realistically, if he's not a director, he could just be like a creative lead. Because as like a creative lead, I don't think he'd be responsible for every single department. He would just be like responsible for the creative side of things, which would probably involve figuring out what game modes there would be, what characters they would add, how the characters are made, right? You just have to worry about stuff like that, and then yeah, making like proposals for new characters and stuff, making the movesets for them. Like I think his movesets for newer characters in Ultimate were not bad. They were probably some of his more ambitious designs. Some of them didn't entirely work out. Some of them went a little crazy, right?
I'm sure we'll
Here
find
comes
out more about
Silux.
this interesting alliance.
Everybody's dying around you, Samus. What are you doing? Locking eyes for Silux.
Ooh, straight for the artifact.
Ooh, get wrecked. Uh-oh. This is the part where time travel happens, probably. Silux, you idiot. Look what you did. And that's where it's going to stop from there. But you probably move on to the wooded area that we've seen before, so that makes sense.
Hi everyone.
You get
Yes,
transported to a strange world
you just tuning in. This
where
is
the people of the artifact reside or something, I don't know.
I'm joined here by Corey, BK, and Dutch. And
You're
we're
gonna
going to
watch
start
more
playing
Mario Kart World
Mario
now?
Kart World, a new mode called Knockout Tour. Corey, why don't you take us away and explain how we've set up this match?
Sure thing. So earlier today we saw a little bit of Grand Prix, and now we're going to check out Knockout Tour. This is a brand new mode where you're going to have 24 drivers competing
Crazy,
in a transcontinental
crazy character
where only
to
one
add.
can win at the very end.
What's this guy's name again? I think they say it, so I'll try and be quiet.
At each checkpoint. We're in a multi. You'll see this in a moment. But before we jump in, you're seeing that we're in a multiplayer kind of lobby here. I've got Coin Coffer as my character.
That's right, Coin Coffer.
And
Absolutely crazy.
with the right
Add
stick,
Coin Coffer to Smash next.
just really ready to go, jumping around.
I think a lot of enemies
With the left
are drivers in this game. Number one, because I guess
have an item and use the
they can just be a fun little unlockable. But number two, because there's like a new item. I don't know if we're gonna see in any of these gameplays. Probably more. We'll probably be seeing it in the hands-on previews that other people have had with the game, but um, I think that oh, excuse me. I think with this Kamek item, the Kamek item basically travels forward, changes everybody into a certain enemy, and then the enemies kind of get placed in front of first place as like hazards, which I think is really cool. That reminds me of the one item from Sonic Racing Transformed, the bees. That was kind of like that game's version of the blue shell, where you just have a bunch of bees in front of the track, and sometimes they're like basically unavoidable, but um, yeah, you just have all these different giant things to avoid. Doesn't seem like it's as crazy as that. Like the enemies that throws in front of you, they can still screw you over, but they're avoidable for sure. Here we go, Sky High Sunday, which to me this track looks completely different than Mario Kart 8. Like before it was an oval, but I think it might still be an oval. It's just that you start at a certain track to drive to another one in this game. Even unless I guess you're playing on what's it called? The first one, the Mushroom Cup. You probably just start at Mario Kart Circuit, but I think in this mode you start at a certain track and then you drive to the other ones. And this is just like generic Ice World, basically. So this is a pretty windy, dangerous looking road here, man. But the roads are still so wide, like there's no way that you'll fly off the road at any point. I feel like they should have honestly added an item that's kind of like a super horn, except it just like pushes people away from you. So you get beside somebody and like push them off the track or something. That would be really funny. I hope one day they do something like that. That'd just be fun. It'd be chaos. You'd like that's like the type of item that you would like throw your controller after getting hit by it or something though. But I just think I that's chaotic and I like it. It's evil and I like it because it's evil. And here's like an actual new track I think, which is kind of similar to Mount Wario, but I think this is something else. This is like Mount Wario inspired, for sure. But I think it's like the what's it called? Like the Starship. I don't know, but it had like Lumas in the trailer, in the picture of it. But yeah, this is definitely just like a Mount Wario looking thing. 3 different paths that you can go on though. That's pretty cool. Again, this is a lot more open than something like a Mount Wario though. And I would probably say not as interesting, honestly. It's just big open road. I think the item play in this game is going to be a lot more important than how well you're able to drive around, though. I do wonder, for how big some of these dang sections are, I'm wondering if you can't snake things, like if you can sneak around like you could in Mario Kart DS. The technique where you drift back and forth to get small little boosts over and over again. I feel like you could probably do that in this game for how wide the roads are. I think that's going to be a meta strat, you know? I'm going to be doing it all the time, like if I can, because I just like drifting a lot. When I'm playing these games, I just find every single way I can possibly drift around stuff. Not necessarily because I feel like I'll go faster that way. I just like drifting. I think drifting is fun. It's satisfying to do in these kart racing games, so. Sometimes with this type of mode though, it is really hard to tell when you're actually driving on a racetrack and when you're just driving out on like the open world, honestly. It is a little confusing. Like this is obviously an open path, but once you get around to like the end of a lap, it's hard to tell. I feel like in this mode you don't even necessarily really go anywhere near the actual racetrack sometimes. Sometimes you just drive straight through them, it looks like, so I don't know. Does the coin coffer have a I don't know if he doesn't get to figure out if he has a costume or not. That's sad. Because I do wonder, like, there's probably some characters that don't necessarily have um who have costumes. They're just like themselves and that's it. So you gotta wonder when they do get one of those hamburgers or whatever, one of those triple deckers. Um, here's the Kamek thing there. I can watch Daisy's paw to see if she gets turned into something or if she doesn't look like she got turned into something, but there's Cheep Cheeps. Like that can be hard to avoid, honestly. Especially if you're like heading towards like a hill or something, you can't exactly see what's going ahead up in front of you, like, or with all these different cars. Like, I'm sure that's actually legitimately hard to avoid sometimes. Its effectiveness will probably vary, but it's a cool item. Very, very cool item, for sure. Like that a lot. Kamek being an item is a very inspired idea, for sure. So everybody wants him as a racer, but ooh, as an item. Ooh, baby. I think you probably still wouldn't end up being a racer, too, so that's one part about that. I don't know how much I like this mode. Again, you're not even really racing through the racetracks and you're just driving through. Like that's literally like the starting line there, and then they just drive right past and go onto the road instead of actually driving onto the track. Like I don't know if I really like that all that much.
I'm loving the cherry blossoms because it is
I
very
think
interesting
though,
to see
just
the
the idea of
spring.
it being like a battle royale type of mode and being like the best and getting first place all the time is probably funny. It'll probably be what people want to watch the most, probably at first at least, until people probably eventually find this kind of boring. Daisy got hit by a car there, and she was on a boost pad, and it just didn't matter. She didn't lose like any momentum at all. So that's kind of interesting. Moonview Highway vibes for sure, with all the different freaking boost pads while trying to avoid cars. Why didn't you get your banana out, you dingleberry? Oh, but they got hit by their banana. Oh, oh no, oh no, oh no, this is not good. Oh no. Baby Daisy getting Mario Karted, bro. That's crazy. Got hit by like 5 things at once. This looks very pretty right here with all the different things. I can't like hear the music at all. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'm just talking too much though. When I heard that Toad Factory music in the trailer, obviously I didn't recognize it at first. I thought it was Coconut Mall at first. Which I thought, hey, that would make sense for that to be here too. But Toad Factory is gonna actually be in this game. I have seen some footage of it. I didn't think I figured that Toad Factory would be like the first track of like a Rainbow tour or something. But I feel like Rainbow Road's probably just gonna be like its own little racetrack, like a bonus racetrack. But I don't know if it's gonna be like a part of any particular. I feel like it has to be a part of some kind of cup, right? Like it has to be a part of like a 4-track cup. But I just don't know how that's gonna happen. It feels like it's more of an unlockable thing this time around. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. But if it is like a part of a 4-track cup, I figured that Toad Factory would be like the first one in that cup, and we wouldn't be able to see it. But there is footage of it out there. We'll see if we can find it. We will see. So I think that's the end of that one, right? Yeah. We're skipping out on Welcome Tour. Nobody cares about that. I will watch a little bit of Dragon Drive because that's an interesting game to me. You know, motion control video games like that are a little crazy. Do these things come with the straps? Or you have to buy the straps. That would be pretty silly. Do a little tutorial. Do it clap for you. So you're going to be encouraged to play your Nintendo Switch 2 on a desk or on your legs. You can find a nice like footrest or table to put your legs on, and then you can like use that to drag stuff around probably. This is like a really cool gimmicky game. Dude, I've seen so many people in like their reactions talking about, is this legs? And meanwhile people are in freaking wheelchairs. Like that is honestly hilarious. Like what is wrong with you people? You seeing people in wheelchairs and you're like, is this game legs? Is this game legs? No, they're in wheelchairs. Stop talking about legs. This is like arms too, except they're using arms in a completely different way. Okay. So you can like, oh yeah, you can do some like super sharp turns. So you have a lot of control in this game, obviously. It seems like the way that this game's gonna work is just that you're gonna be bad at it if you're not getting used to how your character controls. But once you master this freaking like wheelchair stuff, then you're just gonna be unstoppable and you're gonna like do flips off of the ramps there and go all crazy. So it's like easy to pick up but hard to master type of thing. Long slides forward are your best bet. So you're not supposed to do little ones, you're supposed to do big ones. Crazy. This is just like again one of those Nintendo things where they throw something out and it's kind of gimmicky, but it's ends up being really cool. You know, it's not like the funnest game ever, like Arms. Didn't necessarily hear that Arms was like the funnest game on planet Earth, but it was still a really cool idea, executed decently. It's probably what this game's gonna be too. Long, relaxed slides. Now you're just gonna drive around, I guess. The game tries to get too used to the controls a little bit. I feel like a lot of people when they play this are just gonna like move forward or turn the wrong way. Like when you're wanting to turn left, they're gonna slide the thing left, but then they're gonna go right because that's how wheelchairs work. People are just gonna like go crazy trying to learn how to play a game, so they'll probably need something like this. But yeah, when you reverse, then you'll have to turn the right one to turn right, probably. I think. Yeah. You can slam into people. Bumper cars. So you raise one hand, make a neutral shooting motion. Look at that animation. The hand's so wiggly. I think I get the idea, kinda. I don't know if this whole thing's a tutorial, but yeah, I just kind of want to see like just regular gameplay now. They have like a camera on this sucker. Yeah, they got some crazy looking camera. Spectator mode for this game. Hmm. You're gonna legitimately have to use like some kind of offensive and defensive formations with this game. This could be like an actual sport, an actual esport with like legitimate strategy to it. That's the fun thing about it. I wonder if you could like jump on the rails like that and then pass it to somebody to throw. That'd be pretty sick. Bump, bump. I think the way I would play this game is that I would just like be on somebody's ass 24/7 and prevent them from being able to play the game. I think that's how I would play it. Because I'm just a meanie like that. Yeah, I just like bump into somebody over and over again like that when they're near the ball. Man, yeah, the dunking's really hard to do. They make it look pretty easy in the trailer, but it seems like you gotta build up a lot of speed for that. Oh. If you get tricks, you get better things. Dude, like, yeah, I don't think when you're trying to do a trick shot like that, you should not be putting your hand up until you actually like get up in the air. Oh my god! Oh no, he's dead. He died that day. Well, sometimes you get bumped into and you won't even get screwed up. Like, why are you putting your hand up before you get on the ramp, bro? Of course you're gonna lose speed. Silly Willy. Sometimes you just gotta take your shots like that. You did a trick during that? What trick do you do if you just throw it like that? You do tricks on the ground? How does that work? Oh, the passing. Oh, dang. I guess it looked like he put his hand up when somebody bumped into him, and that prevented him from losing the ball too, potentially. But I don't know. A lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff that needs to be discovered there. But this looks like a fun game. Like pretty bare bones, but it looks fun. It just looks like a fun little thing that you can try for a couple hours, and if you're really into it, you can play it more than that. But other than that, nothing crazy. I like it though. I really like the idea of it a lot. Yeah, that's really cool. Going back to Donkey Kong now.
Once again, I am Demetrius, and I'm joined here with BK and K. Together we make D and K. You get it? You get it? All right. So what we're gonna be showing off
This
here
dude's got
is
bananas all
alongside
over him.
the Bonanza, a little bit of exploration. So
Mmm, banana. Mmm.
Well, okay, so we are starting out in a different section of the game here compared to that earlier segment we played, which was an Ingot Isle in the introduction. This is a little later on in the Lagoon layer.
yes.
Lagoon layer. Goon Lagoon.
It's beautiful down here.
That
As always.
has aged pretty poorly, hasn't it?
Yeah,
That name.
he's a hungry boy. He needs his bananas.
Look at him eating. Oh my god.
Three in a row there.
Looks just like Jungle Beat to me when he would also eat bananas in that game. He would just like go crazy. Which, by the way, I must say, I know everybody compares this game to Donkey Kong 64, and I get it because it's like a 3D Donkey Kong game, but this is technically made by the same people who made Jungle Beat, and I'm seeing a lot of similarities to that game too. And I really liked Jungle Beat a lot, actually. I don't know if that's an opinion that. Whoops. I love when my headphones just like pop out. I don't know if that's an opinion a lot of people share that Jungle Beat was a really good game, but like I loved that game, dude. I loved that game. I played it on the Wii though with all like the motion controls and stuff, but I still love that game quite a bit.
We've already made good progress on
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So,
I'm pressing L to make music, which is
oh,
back up above, so I better head back up there using this conveniently placed barrel cannon.
All right.
yeah. So you're saying if you're lost, you don't know what to do,
Back down there.
you'll figure out where to go, I guess.
Actually follow this path.
Cool.
Yeah, so we've got
Cool.
buzzoids.
Lots of different structures, lots of different enemies. Get the throw stuff at people. There's a reticle. I hope there's like a first person shooter mode like there's in like Banjo Kazooie. Be pretty funny. A Banjo Kazooie game made by the developers of these games would be insane.
Really helpful. Did you punch upwards?
I sure did.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
So good.
I think that was
He's very grumpy.
entire level if you wanted.
Okay, so since I'm holding this convenient giant chunk of stone, this concrete slab here is actually too tough for DK to punch right through on his own. So I'll need to pick up this chunk of stone. You can see how this material interacts with each other.
Wow, it's even too strong for the stone.
Chunk off the wall there.
You did do some damage though.
It's gonna take one more. Here we go.
There we
That did the
go.
trick.
Yeah, but you don't get like anything for doing that, so that's kind of weird.
Convenient little door here to punch.
I don't know, maybe sometimes you will get stuff if you do it, but
Yeah, you really have to explore every
that's why they're talking about it.
layers and levels.
There are collectibles hidden everywhere.
And you can see how there's just different shapes and sizes of everything too. It's so great. You can just go and explore it all.
Can we also just take a moment to appreciate the level design here? Like, can we play a game of how many monkeys we can find?
That's true. Yeah, if you're just like running around in these levels, you're probably gonna miss a lot of different details and stuff.
Speaking of,
If you're not like breaking through the world too, then you're gonna miss stuff too. So, just one of those games keeps on giving.
All right.
Salvager monkey.
Don't take counter to outsiders.
They've got freaking like crystal clothing. Crazy.
That might be a generalization, Oddrock.
yeah, we just got here.
We just got here and talked to one monkey. Let's keep an open mind.
A generalization. That's funny.
Yeah, so Odd Rock suggested go down there, but before we do
Are they
that,
calling it Rocky? Is that what they're saying?
get a sense of our bearings. If you follow this water spout here
Oh man, there's like all kinds of different collectibles in this one. You can see that there's on the top right there, there's different fossils that you can collect apparently, so that's pretty cool.
Slowly dripping down into this layer, which is
That's
a
crazy.
sign that we're actually
Looks beautiful, dude. Looks beautiful.
through that hole up above, which is where we landed earlier. So this is all an underground layer of the planet, and we're gonna explore and smash.
It's
This.
that big old planet,
Yeah,
bro.
let's keep finding more
Actually, you know
bananas.
what?
Planet within a planet.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love this.
Do
This
some
is so
turf
cool.
surfing.
Some turf surfing here.
Oh
A
yeah.
hollow planet too.
I want to explore a little bit. I want to get a
Do
good
some
sense of what's around here.
mow some lawns while you're
Yeah, low, mow some lawn. I was about to say that.
Vanadium gold.
All right.
Yeah, metal. Rip off a chunk. Like again, you could just pretty much pull a chunk out of almost anywhere, any surface, any wall, the ground.
Never get tired of seeing his face like that.
It's pretty much all I've been doing is turf surfing. But
It's easy to switch between the two as well, so I'm gonna use that to go ahead and hit this checkpoint.
Ooh.
all right.
And I see
Good luck, bud.
Oh my. There's a fossil.
an ominous sparking block of terrain
Oh, this is
material.
fun. Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do.
We're gonna grab a chunk of this boom rock here, which is what this material is called. Can you guess what it does?
It's fucking Minecraft and I'm collecting a boom rock.
Aim at this wall right here.
Conveniently,
Boom.
Take it out.
conveniently placed.
Yeah, I would probably just like take a bunch of boom rocks and just like destroy everything in my path.
We're destroying as much of the terrain as possible.
Hidden items.
Another door right there that I could be able to punch.
It's the map. It's the map.
Blow it up.
Let's do it himself.
Blow it up.
Ooh, goodies. Sorry.
I think. Is there something else back there?
Yeah, quick hand slap to pick up those.
Yeah, we see an opening. Go down there. There you go.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Remember, you have to eat a whole banana.
Huh? A banana?
Please don't.
Banana? I'm gonna love the oh banana every single time I get a banana.
Quick dip here underwater.
Could be pretty sick.
Hey, you know, it's
Looks
important to
wonderful.
He's
rinse
a good
off.
swimmer.
Always wash your fruit, everybody. Yeah, so we can punch. Ooh.
I always thought like when it comes to like the next 3D Mario game, because that's what I'm gonna consider this. It's just that Donkey Kong's a playable character. But Donkey Kong to me is still like a Mario character.
Again.
So
There we go.
Microwave.
it's like if Peach was a playable character, I would still call it a 3D Mario because it's just Peach. She's from Mario.
Rock right there. That's
It's like a little bit different with Donkey Kong, but I don't know. I mean, that's just
A lot easier than using
what I figured, but
to chip away
I didn't know what I would want out of like the next 3D Mario game. I'm glad they went this direction, where it's just like a completely different playable character that can do completely different things from Mario, and you know Mario's gimmick was being able to just like copy any enemy and use their abilities, and this one is Donkey Kong can just punch through everything
lingering.
and destroy everything. So that's really cool.
If I take a minute
I don't know how you go back to like Mario after something like this and still make it like really cool and unique, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. This is cool. So you can like see structures and stuff and be like, I wonder if there's something in this little structure here, and then blow it up and
There's so much.
find out.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
One way to make your mark on the world, right?
So, oh, yeah, let's knock on this one as well. Take care of that.
Not too shabby.
Thanks, bud. High five.
Oh,
Wow. You gotta
looks like he's not high-fiving them. It looks like he's punching them in the face, bro.
Really appreciate
A
it.
very violent monkey.
Here we go.
See if I can aim. Take care of
Right in the
this
middle.
turnstile.
Hey, well done.
Thank you.
One way to solve your problem.
I like being thorough, though. We're good. Go ahead
I
and take care of all these.
appreciate that.
Yeah, take care of you too. There you go. Quick hand slap to collect.
All right. Was there anything else? Oh,
I
let's
see.
Ooh, whoa. You can like find collectibles by smacking the ground.
get to that wall.
You got like freaking Toph from Avatar. You got her ability to like see things by
Could do that.
feeling it in the ground. That's kind of funny.
You are missing the gold count.
Donkey Kong is an earthbender, confirmed.
But I got to my
Huh?
faster.
Banana?
Less effort.
Well done. Okay, yeah, let's do some more
Tunneling.
terraforming here.
Yeah.
Let's smash around the terrain, see
We're
what we
doing
can
some more Minecraft.
A treasure.
Whoa.
How fortuitous.
You just find random crap like that just by going wherever you want.
Yeah, you really are free to
Kinda crazy.
these layers and levels. Exploration and destruction are kind of the same.
Dude, this game's gonna sell like 10 billion copies.
Here now.
How could it not?
Another day in the mines.
Like if Minecraft is appealing as it is because you can do stuff like this, then I feel like kids are gonna be playing this game for 10 trillion hours at least, bro. I really do.
All the way
Yeah,
around.
so you can see I just dug my way through that entire wall over there. Actually, let me get higher up here and get another sense of our surroundings.
That's a good idea.
Come up
Gonna
here.
be the best selling.
Kind of see
I
what's going
think seriously, Nintendo Switch 2 between this and Mario Kart pretty much have like the two best selling video games of all time on their hands potentially, but I guess
over here. I'm just on the top.
that just depends on if the prices scare people, which
Sitting over there.
Something new.
I don't know.
This shifty stone.
With the people
Yeah, Shifty Stone.
I've talked to so far, it's definitely scaring them. They aren't buying the Switch 2 straight away. I'm like, I am the only one out of the people that I have talked to where I'm like buying the Switch 2 straight away. Everybody else is waiting on it to see if there's going to be a cheaper version of it that comes out, or just in general, they're going to wait to be able to afford uh, Mario Kart and Donkey Kong and all these other games that are going to be coming out that they might want, which is a big shame. A big shame. Big shame.
Good to see you, Cranky Kong.
I'm getting the game straight away just because I really want them really bad. Really bad. I'm a big Nintendo guy. I can't help it. And I probably won't be spending money on any games on any other consoles like my PlayStation. I really doubt there's anything coming out this year that I'm going to really give a crap about. Pretty much my PlayStation right now is my Marvel Rivals machine / Overwatch when I want to play that. Been playing a little bit of Ratchet and Clank too, just been playing some stuff off camera like that. But any new games like this, these are the types of games I'm probably be playing on camera. So, again, I need some more time to play them. I will, again, probably wait until, I'll wait until the Switch 2 actually comes out to probably go part-time again, so I have time to play these games and make videos and stream whatever I want to do. Probably be more streaming than making videos just so I can get through stuff a little faster, quote unquote. So I make videos for stuff, I guess. It's just like, man, if I made like a video, but it was as long as a live stream, it'd take like forever to render it, you know? So it'd just be faster to stream it. It's a lot more convenient. Ooh, there's little mini games with these freaking barrels, of course. These types of barrels that just screw you over if you go the wrong way. Yeah, that's definitely a Donkey Kong Country-like mini game. So I like that. Me when sugar cookies in vicinity.
We're getting our potassium intake today for sure.
That is
I need some potassium, bro. This game's gonna make me hungry for some bananas. I haven't eaten a banana in a really long time. I don't know why. I just haven't. I feel like for all the prices, if all the prices of the crap are gonna go up, then maybe bananas will be more appealing to me as a snack.
all right. Is that number 5?
I've lost count.
Placed in a pipe. Yeah, this is basically Mario Odyssey, bro. They're just throwing bananas wherever. You gotta find them all. Yeah, but that. Sure, that's. Yeah, you do gotta explore a lot, but that's like a landmark. Like, I would be going there because the landmark, it looks interesting. If there's just like bananas in random spots of the ground that there's no indication where you're supposed to go, then that would be a little crazy. Oh, dang.
And they're all in this area.
Get away from me! Get away!
You just fight a bunch of dudes in this game.
The cutest jump scare.
Oh no.
There you go.
Getting hurt. Apples give you health, not bananas.
Oh my gosh, there's more of them.
There's just so many of these peekaboo boys.
Did you get the last one? There it is. Okay.
See, those are more like rock-like creatures. There gotta be something going on there. There gotta be something. You know?
There we go.
Yeah, not much to analyze. You just kind of What you see is what you get here, I guess.
Mistake.
These enemies are not stopping, though. They are not stopping. Just going wherever, and the enemies are trying to fight them.
What a handsome looking, what a handsome looking rock.
Needs some
They
depth
just say, "What the hell?"
Go ahead. There,
Donkey Kong.
there you go.
I gave him some eyeballs.
Didn't mean to do that part. So if I follow this path up over here, I can actually find this strange portal here. Can't seem to punch through it, but just as we have done earlier,
You can sing to break the seal.
music with the help of Odd Rock, we can unblock that ceiling tape.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, the rock is definitely sealed
and there are challenge courses
in some way, shape, or form.
all over the layer. And
Oh, and this is like a challenge run thing. Oh, that's cool.
a little bit different.
But yeah, the rock is like sealed, and you're gonna have to like unseal the rock creature, and then it will turn to Pauline, probably. Probably. A little Pauline.
So this one's pretty much monkey bars, which is familiar for DK.
That is nuts. So instead of slapping your chest, you're just like
Look out below.
destroying your legs now.
These collectibles here, more vanadium.
Crazy.
More punching. Wow. That was.
Careful, it's a long way down. Infinity way down.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Get out of here.
There you go.
Okay. All right. You're making us nervous.
Sorry. Don't mean to.
Oh, you can push a little bit.
Another
There you
boost
go.
of confidence.
You're
How's that?
showboating too much, BK. Keep going.
So I can drop down here now. Collect
There's banana one.
banana in this area.
Nice.
And there we go.
Punch through crates really quickly.
Oh, and a balloon.
I wonder when, like, outside of the Mario Kart one, of course. I wonder when the next direct's gonna be. I wonder, because they're yeah. Ah, mouth, work. They're gonna have to show off Kirby's Air Ride before it comes out. They're gonna have to tell us when Metroid Prime 4 is releasing, of course. It's gonna be weird. Like I wonder if they're gonna do like regular Nintendo Switch Directs and then Nintendo Switch 2 Directs, or they're just gonna add all the games all at one. I'm thinking from now on they're just gonna add all the games in one, because they kind of needed a Switch 2 Direct just for the Switch 2, right? They kind of needed that.
And we're making our way back. Here we are, back in the lagoon layer.
Hope you're keeping track at home of how many things are cleverly designed like themed objects in this layer again. There's a lot of
I would have to guess it's gonna be probably some time at like maybe the end of August. That would make sense,
so now I will
because this game.
follow me. Get away, get away, get
No, this game's coming out in July actually. So I don't know. Maybe it would be in July instead. Oh, you can do. That's like my favorite move right there. That's like my favorite thing to do in Wario World.
DK does not run.
Which again, imagine if the Mario Odyssey team made a 3D Wario game too.
DK does.
You would think it would play pretty similarly to this game, though. I don't know. Maybe they can't do that now. Wario would probably be punching through crap too. I don't know.
Like Odd Rock said earlier, they're
Yeah,
not very
we've got
friendly to
another
outsiders.
I don't know. It's a fun prospect though to think about
The cold shoulder right after too.
what they can do
Bad for
with different characters in these types of games. It's always fun to think about.
Well, maybe we can help them.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a direct at the end of July, but I would think like in July, beginning of August, probably beginning of August
Catch it again.
would be the best time to do something like that. So then they can tell us when Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. They can actually show off gameplay of Kirby Air Ride, because there's no way they couldn't show gameplay. They just did an anime trailer just to get people excited, I guess, and have some to show off in the next direct, probably.
First, I want to get this guy out of here. Get away.
Looks like he's wearing
That game's probably so far along that they could definitely show gameplay of it if they really wanted to. Look at that, there's... I guess that guy doesn't really look like he's made out of rocks. Looks like he's made out of metal.
However,
So maybe there's a rock/metal virus. I don't know. Freaking
Hey, bud.
just
There we go.
Yeah, let me
and that's like a skeleton crocodile. So who knows what's going on there too.
closer to the boom rock.
All kinds of crazy lore stuff in this game, I guess.
So I'll give that key a good whack and unlock this
It's a crazy looking villain though.
If I give this a few good whacks itself.
Oh my gosh.
And then that leads to the next world,
So bad.
I think.
Thanks, Hot Rock. We have cleared our way down, and I think that reflects one of the one of the main objectives of this game is to keep working your way down. Find a void stake, smash
Going down to hell.
further and further down on the course of your adventure.
Now.
You can see that
Legend of Zelda, don't care. Game Chat, Nintendo GameCube, don't care.
I think that's where we're gonna end
Mario
up.
Party Jamboree, I mean, I could watch that, but I don't think I care that. Honestly, I want to see the new games, man. I want to see the new games. I don't know, like, realistically, if I would ever play Mario Party Jamboree on the channel. I mean, it's a good game. One problem I have with it, though, is just that, I felt like I was playing mini games, the same mini games over and over again. So that's kind of sad. So I hope they kind of add some more mini games outside of what they're kind of doing, where they're really adding more modes instead of more mini games. But those modes have their own little mini games within them, I guess. I never really played around with that in Jamboree, but I don't know. I was kind of turned off by the whole how long it took to unlock the classic boards and the fact that the mini games are kind of just getting stale a little bit from playing them over and over again. So, like, I don't think Mario Party should be a type of game where if you have unlockables, it should be a long grind because then something like that starts to happen. But look at all these characters, bro. You can play as Cow, Peach, Goomba, or Penguin. It's a base roster for sure. It'd be kind of funny if you were like, if you use a Kamek and you're playing as a Goomba and Kamek's like sending out Goombas and it acts like you're gonna change, but then you just turn into a Goomba again. It's like the effects of the magic just don't matter to you because you're already a Goomba. I love the cow. I love it. Yeah, everybody's choosing the different courses they want to do, and then it chooses between the one. They all pick the same thing, though.
I only hope I can do cow justice.
So you see the map on the right? That is the full race we're going to be going through. Right in the middle, we're going to be visiting Moo Moo Meadow, so you can say hi to your family there.
All right, here goes nothing.
I do wonder, because like every single time I do see a retro track in this game, it really looks like the layout is like completely different, but I could be wrong about that. I don't know. They already got a food item. We'll see if they change costumes. They don't. They don't. So yeah, some characters do have some costume changes and some just don't. For some people, it's just a boost and that's it. So that's kind of sad. I think that's a really cool addition right there, how you can do a trick and then hit a item block for some coins. It's really cool. I kind of wish that you could get items out of them too, but I understand it just being coins. Because the item blocks are the only things where you're supposed to get items, you know?
All of our racers are safe right now. Penguin's kind of on the edge a little bit, but
that can change instantly.
You say that.
I mean, it just did for me. Oh my gosh. Come on, cow.
I feel like we've seen. I have definitely seen this part of it before. Definitely.
let's go, Cal.
Come on.
That Mega Mushroom, yeah.
Get out of here. Go.
As if Cal wasn't big enough.
Cow. Oh my gosh.
My God, I think I hear the Desert Hills theme a little bit in that section there. But it just didn't feel like Desert Hills at all. Like the actual layout of it didn't feel like Desert Hills one little bit. But I heard the music. I heard the dun 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 dun. So yeah, I guess it was Desert Hills or just like the in between Desert Hills and this stage. I don't know. I'm watching the cow right now. The goated cow.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Again, all you need to make is 16th or better to move on.
So now, yeah, I think they're out on the open road now again, instead of actually racing on the racetrack.
No. Oh my goodness.
The cow's getting Mario Karted, bro.
All you're gonna hear from us, folks. Cow.
At 150
Oh my
cc,
goodness.
the hard
No.
Cow.
And Kendra, the good news is you're going to get
Goomba's in
hopefully some great
third
items.
place. At the farthest one.
Great. You got the bullet bill up next.
Oh no. Oh, all these cars are in the way.
There's some conch doors.
Make it fine. This is fine. This is not fine.
Goomba's doing pretty well with no hands over in third.
Yeah.
There must be like I think the cow is playable because there's probably a Kamek thing where he just puts a bunch of cows out, I think.
Oh my
It's probably what's going on, which means there might be something for the penguin too. I don't know.
Rude. No. Sam.
It's just very fun additions for sure.
Close. Yep.
I don't believe
Very, very fun additions. They kind of just based their freaking roster around Kamek and what he does,
they're not giving me any.
which I think is fun and cool. But
No. Oh my goodness. Please. Are your hearts pounding? Because yeah, I gotta say, come on. Palms are sweating.
Peach is dead.
First, thank you. Well, we'll say you did that intentionally to join me in the commentary.
Yeah, you know, when it's this many human players and the CPUs are really playing their best game. Penguin, pardon me.
It's okay.
And if you just don't get the right items, it's really difficult.
All right.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Like this enough to know that anything can happen in this
It's
mode.
so true.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh.
And then like some of these in between sections resemble
I haven't looked at your screen the whole time.
other Mario Kart courses in a way. Like again, they're not the same thing in terms of layout, but just like the theming of them. Pretty similar with those patuis or whatever they're called, the piranha plants,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
with things blowing out of their mouths. It's just like that one GBA map, but it's not quite the same. Kind of taken
He does have a
similar things from it and using like the hazards from it to do something cool.
I'm coming for Mario.
Is this Moo Moo? I don't think so, no, but there's like a Monty Mole like there is in Moo Moo. You can jump on, yeah, there we go. See, like this is Moo Moo Meadows, and this is like completely different because, like, okay, no, I think they're on the track now.
looking pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
You're moving on. And the cutoff goes now to top 8 or better.
Sam.
I can hear the music. I think if there's, unfortunately, if there's stuff coming back from Mario Kart 8, like Moo Moo Meadows, that they're not getting new remixes. So like I'm positive from what I've heard before that the music that you're hearing is from Mario Kart 8. So that's really sad. I guess in a way, like I haven't done like a tier list of Mario Kart 8's tracks or the music or anything like that. Like I've wanted to. That would definitely be one of the things I work on when I get a computer. I think that's part of the reason why I haven't done it. It's just because my other computer could not handle it. Couldn't handle a live stream of it, so I'll be able to do that pretty soon, thankfully. But that was supposed to be a channel member only thing, but I don't think I'm gonna care because the only person who's a channel member right now is Stream You, which I'm still playing Rayman for him. But other than that, I don't think I'm gonna be doing any member exclusive stuff until I get more members again. Which, speaking of, can we get some membership gifting in here? Yes, let's do it while I'm talking about it now. Hooray. Ooh, these are some new people. Bro, one of those, that's crazy. That's funny, but that's crazy. Anyway. I recognize one of those, is what I was gonna say. From somebody I know. That's funny. I have to let them know. Oh, everybody's getting eliminated this time. The penguin survives. Penguin is the superior species. The penguin cam. It's hilarious. what was I gonna say? If I'm like doing a tier list of the music and tracks in this game, it won't be. I can actually add it on to like a Mario Kart 8 thing because some of the tracks will be the same, right? But I guess it'll be different too. But I'm just talking about the music, I guess. When I say tracks, it could mean race tracks or music tracks when I'm talking about the music. If I'm judging the music, I can just add the music on. This is a crazy looking stage. Again, this reminds me of that one course from Mario Kart 8, the Wild Woods, I think it's called. And a little bit of Maple Treeway. Like they are kind of retrending their stuff a little bit, but I don't know. How couldn't you? Some music in this. I think this is new music. Yeah, it is. Like this reminds me of Maple Treeway here a little bit, but this section is really cool. I think this is like one of the cooler looking sections in the game. Where you just have all these different little paths that you can go on. It's kind of like vertical, so that's pretty cool. Bullet Boo, giant walnuts. Aw. Giant acorns, I should say, not walnuts. What's wrong with me? Right, there we go. And this is a game chat section right here, I think. You're like in the middle of playing the game, actually, so maybe I should just go from the start. Yeah, there we go. This is so funny, dude. It really is. Like the 10 frame per second little webcams. All that crap. There's going to be so many content creators coming out of the Switch 2. Like I think Nintendo really wants that to happen, obviously. But oh yeah, this is Moo Moo to the T right here. It looks like it's insane. If you compare this to Mario Kart 8, how much more colorful and vibrant this is. Well, now we're out of Moo Moo again, though. Like, it is insane how much better it looks. I already thought Mario Kart 8's Moo Moo Meadows looked pretty dang good, and then you look at that, it's like, oh my god, the grass is like 10 billion times greener. And the sky is so much bluer. So nice. It's so nice. Oh god. Crazy. This is definitely one of the best looking Mario games ever, for sure. Along with something like Bonanza, but I don't think Bonanza is looking as crazy as this game, which is saying something because you would think the Mario Kart game would be the more AAA looking thing compared to Mario Kart, but I guess since Mario Kart just sold as much as it did, it ends up just looking better. Good old Mario Circuit. See, it says to turn right there and you have to turn left. That's a little crazy. I would have been running into a wall because of that. I'm stupid like that. Nabbit is OP, bro. Nabbit, the torpedo car OP. Dude, looks like, is he gonna... No. He should try and rail grind on that flower just because it would look cool. Like, you obviously can do that. Kind of weird that the Mario Kart Circuit song is still playing.
Penguin taking the crown.
I don't know. I guess they're not gonna make new music for these in-between sections, I guess. But this is not in-between section here, right? This is a new... Yeah, this is like an actual race course right here they're driving through right now. So it is a little weird. Did he say the S word? Hold on, let's... I'm legitimately wondering. Let's go back. I don't think he did, but it sure did sound like it. While I was talking over him.
Wondering if I should hang on to the protection or...
I don't want that mushroom. Don't get that banana.
So my screen, I'm spectating, and I'm able to see.
I don't think he said the S word. I think he said mushroom, and it sounded like the other thing. The bad word. That will not say, because I'm a gamer. Now, if anything, gamers have to say bad words.
Just Kendra and I as the humans now.
Just the two of you now.
Oh,
Good
man.
luck.
Two comms. All right. Kendra, we can't lose to the CPU.
Okay, yeah, we gotta, for sure, we gotta keep it real here.
Whoa! You can get on any freaking wall, I swear you can.
Some items.
Uh-oh, spikies.
Come on.
Oh god, oh god. See, that could be like really hard to avoid
Kendra can hold on
at times.
Yeah, I'm like, if I can just catch up.
It's the final stretch.
The cow.
Oh, what'd you got?
Penguin
Kendra
won for
second?
Penguin.
Kendra got two with the cow.
I was there with the horn, I was ready, but
I wanted to say you were the
Penguin
first
looks
of the
very good in the
humans, but you're also a cow, so that feels awkward.
Penguin wins, once again, the superior
Defeat
species.
Penguin. Good match, everyone.
I think I'm gonna have to main the cow, but there's just so many good characters in this game, man. There's so many good ones. It's crazy. I am gonna look at this. Legit, I'm gonna watch this, because Kirby in the Forgotten Land is something that I played on the channel. I enjoyed it a lot. Starcross World. I'm just gonna throw it out there for this DLC. I feel like Galactonite's the final boss. That I think I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Galactonite's in every other Kirby game. This is technically another Kirby game, so I think he's gonna be a final boss. Maybe not though. Maybe Morpho was, spoiler alert, the boss of this, the final boss of this game technically, but I feel like it would be easy to kinda just like take Morpho Knight, remix him into Galactonite, give him some new moves and call it a day, you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like's gonna happen. That's just me. But seeing how it is a heart that is like falling into pieces. Oh yeah, and then the heart is like a dark heart. That's like a Star Allies thing, so who knows? It would be insane if like the final boss from Star Allies came back and was like a 3D fight. You like hit him and stuff. That'd be crazy. And this is like the beginning of the game right here.
With the new content, we're kind of landing in the same area, which is this beach, and you can see now that things have changed. There's crystals all around here.
This game looks better already, by the way, than it does on Switch 1, I can just tell.
Correct.
So that's awesome.
So there's been some interesting stages. Yeah, I've decided to go with hammer because I want to smash things.
Excellent choice.
Who doesn't go with hammer over sword, honestly? I mean, I know sword is also, like, really good, but hammer's just the GOAT. If you play Kirby games, you just know hammer's the best in every single game.
So magical. How could this be bad?
Surely nothing will go awry.
How could this be bad?
It's very, very mystical, right?
It really does. The shimmering sounds.
Bop, bop, bop.
Sorry, buddy. I need the path cleared.
It's a Kirby hello. That's what we call that.
Kirby, hello.
He knows not what he does.
He has no conscience.
Oh my goodness.
So right
It's a
away,
good and bad thing.
is here to the familiar.
Oh my goodness.
Well, speaking of,
So not only do the changes reflect within the environment.
So this is pretty similar to like the extra modes in Kirby, except this is a
Beast pack.
kind of like a new thing here where they're instead of giving you like some different playable character like a Meta Knight or King Deity, they're just saying, yeah, you know what? We're actually gonna change the level designs a little bit while you're kind of going through the same levels. So I think that's cool. That's a cool way of going about the extra mode they always end up doing. So I like it. I'm looking forward to this for sure.
Just want to comment on
I will be playing.
everything looks on the Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah.
Everything's so crisp and clear and vibrant.
It is nice to see this game with this kind of an upgrade to it. I'm really eager to play this and like see how good everything looks.
Yes.
So in
The
the
grass is
original
growing through the hills there.
that sign was actually pointing right, and
Yeah.
we were able to go around the building. But now there's no way.
There's rubble in the way
other
now.
way, but I guess hopefully, yep, up. We're going up.
Another
Boom.
member of Beast Pack.
Bunny guy.
Sporting new headgear.
Yeah, these enemies are taking
I
on
just
more
like
attacks than they normally do, right, Teresa?
the main thing I look forward to in any Kirby game really is just like the boss fights. So I hope there are new boss fights, but it's probably just gonna be.
I love it for him.
I mean, like I think realistically it's gonna be like Crystal Knight or something. There's gonna be a new knight that's like Morpho Knight, but with crystals on him. I don't know, but if there's just like if it's not just like remixed bosses, there's actually some new ones here and there. I think that'd be pretty cool too. So,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
and who knows, maybe with the lore, because there's a lot of lore in Kirby. Who knows, maybe the I'm forgetting their name, the final boss of this game. That's not Morpho Knight. The other one, like the actual big bad, like the companion guy. He's like the good half of that guy, and the other half is the bad half. And I wonder if these crystals could,
This is the wiggly
I don't know, do something crazy with that. Turn him into,
Can we just stay in this mouthful mode the entire time?
I don't know.
Could try.
It's the little
Oh,
Definitely needed.
I don't know. I don't know where they're going with it, and that's why I like it, because it's kind of exciting to not know what's gonna happen
it's the booty and the feet wiggle.
in the video games. You know, you skipped the secret. You skipped it. It was very clear where it was too. How could you?
All right, let's put this mouthful mode to action.
Looks very satisfying. Just smash down Teresa. Can you confirm?
What did he just say?
Well, in addition to
Smash down Teresa?
content, the Nintendo
That's very
Switch
inappropriate,
will
bro.
also have improved performance and resolution, and frame rates. So, um,
Why would you say that? Smash Brothers confirmed, actually.
60 frames per second.
Real.
If you're playing in handheld mode or tabletop mode, the visual display
So,
will be at 1080.
still easy mode, baby game,
Docked to TV mode,
but
it'll be at 1440p.
I don't mind that ever.
So really, really.
That's why I liked something like Mario Wonder a lot too, because it was kind of a baba game, a baby game.
So interesting too, like the
But
perspective for this level.
I just like games that do fun, cool things, and this is kind of cool and fun.
Verticality really works.
I hate the mouth full mode in this game though, to be honest with you, because it just turns Kirby into some very weird looking monstrosities,
I think.
and I don't like it.
Would
He's
approve of
cursed.
getting those bananas.
He's so cursed.
Alright,
You're supposed to be cute, not weird looking.
behind spring.
We'll miss you.
I don't think Spring Kirby looks cute at all.
Route like way up high and
Oh,
see
snap.
the rest of the city behind us, but like stick to the top of these skyscrapers.
What's that? What's
So,
that?
in each level, you'll have like missions to complete as you explore and interact.
Missions?
With the world. And the main goal of the main story was to rescue Waddle Dees to save them from the Beast Pack. With this story mode, you will now be rescuing those new creatures that are kind of encased in that crystal. They're called Starries.
Oh, snap.
And we'll find out more about them at a later time, but
Crystal Wildfront. Okay, so yeah, it is just remixed bosses. I don't know. They might not even end up having new moves. I think the Crystal Trail on that's new. I would definitely appreciate harder bosses in this game because the bosses in this game are extremely easy. Just because of how OP the dodge is, really, for no other reason other than that. Dang. Yeah, it does look harder to avoid, for sure.
You've got this.
What is that music?
Bowling with me. I'm gonna play bowling with him.
Battle of the Bowl.
I heard like a lot of bass.
Oh no!
Oh god.
All right.
She's not dodging at all. She's not abusing things.
Take a nap, buddy.
Sorry, Frosty.
I want your copy ability though.
Nice.
You're lucky that you killed it and that it didn't do anything.
And so
What are you
whenever
doing?
you get
She's just
near, so in the
going
beginning, when
around
you got
the
close to
bomb.
Waddle Dee, you would hear them kind of like chirping, so you would know that they were there. But with the Starries, you'll hear this sort of galactical, mystical chime, so you'll know that they're there. But some of them are pretty challenging. to
Starry
find.
is definitely a inspired name for sure, bro.
All those nooks and crannies to see if you can discover them.
Definitely an inspired thing.
Yeah, but in the circumstances you're not able to do it in the first
Just
time
kiss him now. Kill him.
playing the level, you
Good
can
job.
go back to the level and try to find them again.
Can we also take a moment to
I haven't seen any new abilities in this either, which if there's not any new ones, it's kind of sad because,
Thinking that
It's really adding something.
you know,
it's
that
lovely.
I'm wondering, first of all, there's like upgrades to the
You're actively making
abilities in this game. So, like, would I even have those if I start this new game plus stuff, basically? I would kind of doubt it.
Nice, very well done.
Well
Thank you.
executed.
It was
Escape
all
way on
Kirby. It was not me.
Pure skill.
Stay there.
Can't get wrecked.
Sorry, buddy. That looks rough.
Kirby's got things to do, things to eat.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
Spring Mouth almost back. Yeah.
Yay.
Got to, oh, it's this guy.
Okay,
It's this guy.
He's also gotten
Well
a
done.
bit of a change from the meteor.
Fanciest towards tilting.
What did you use before to jump on this guy?
Got
So
him.
am I.
Still not fast
I don't
enough.
even know. It wasn't this thing.
I'm fast too.
Wasn't this power up? Was it? Maybe it might have been. This might not actually be new. I think I'm misremembering it.
Nice
Go,
one.
Starry, go.
This might not actually be new. Now that I think about it. Thought it was, but I don't think it is. There might not even be new mouthful
Oh, another one.
power-ups. Yeah, dude, this I think this is like verbatim in the original game. So yeah, I don't think this power-up's new at all.
I gotta wait for it. All right, there we go. I gotta risk it.
It is such a subtle change, but adding a crystal mohawk really does make tilting look that much cooler. Turns out, I guess that's true of most things, and I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Certainly true of Goofy's Tortildings. Even Kirby. I guess Kirby's got his little crystal mohawk right.
All right, so
Shut up.
we know that the end of the stage is near once we get to the giant crystal ball that holds 3 Starries. But I just want to give another call out.
Getting there. What time is it? 3:22.
Because
I
it's
think this Crusade thing is at
so mysterious and
is at 4.
a little bit ominous of
I do
how
believe
it's
so.
split.
We'll probably be switching over here relatively soon.
So pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
Surely it's not a problem.
We'll find out.
Surely everything is fine.
Whoa.
It's gonna clear up by mid-afternoon.
Yeah, no, I think the final boss will be some completely new thing.
So again, there's new
They're
missions to
adding
look forward to
new
content.
characters to save, I guess.
Circumstance you don't get to complete
But I
it
feel like they're
until
little
the
god
stage.
creatures, and I don't
So
know.
we're actually gonna
It might be the dude from Star Allies.
we're gonna
Just
prepare
makes
a
sense.
different area in the game.
Or something else, I don't know.
Yes, I've been really dying to play with you.
Oh, wanna? Yeah, I'll watch that.
Bandana Waddle Dee any day to your Kirby.
What's occurred
Wait.
to me to play is I'm gonna have to be very.
Oh, yeah, you
careful.
can't play as,
That game looks delicious to me.
Bandana Waddle Dee if you
Very colorful and very sparkly.
have,
Very candy-like.
I mean,
Very tempting.
2 players.
for Kirby,
Right.
'cause he's hungry.
That is true, that is correct. I forgot.
As well, but hungry in general. So, all right. So the new content. So we're gonna jump into.
Do I see anything new in there? Sure didn't look
This
like
is
it.
one of my favorite levels in the original base game, so I'm really excited to show off how it's changed in this version.
Yeah,
Proud video game tradition of derelict theme parks.
I love theme parks.
Yeah, me too.
This one looks like it's gotten a little bit messy. It's got a bit of sludge going on,
But
lots
also
of crystals.
So sparkly and shiny and
Yeah.
delicious looking.
Ew. Like Mario Sunshine.
Yeah, right away you can see this whole intro area, this little entrance area is different than the main game content.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of like poison on the ground,
Yeah,
which is a problem.
I explicitly remember. Well, for those that have played, there were little duckies here, and I loved
Take a
rescuing
picture.
them.
Oh,
I'm so glad this is still there though.
Yeah.
they
They're acting like floating's not a thing in this game. They're just float over the freaking poison.
It's like I'm your food taste.
Bruh.
Too,
I love that.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm here for. I'm
You're
supporting.
you're just going off the beaten path here. Crazy.
Exploring a new path right away as well, which I love as the roller coaster part of this original stage.
Look at that view.
So fun.
And
Again,
Whoa.
lit everything up with that
Yeah.
switch that you hit.
Yeah, and it's again new
Bye
perspective
bomb.
of the park. But the new content supports
Fall off.
players as well. It's all local, so same system. You don't need to buy a new game or a new system.
You're not hitting anything with that bandana Waddle Dee.
Uh,
I don't even say bandana Waddle Dee. I just say bandana D.
by
It just rolls off the tongue a lot nicer, you know?
in the Forgotten Land before, it's a great opportunity to hop in and you can buy the
Destroyed the crystal, you idiot.
edition game.
You absolute idiot. No, they're doing it on purpose. They're not showing everything, but,
No, you have 3 save files. You can totally
you know.
I know I will.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant my my brain memory. My memory.
Oh god.
I can wipe it for you.
I thought they were just gonna go straight through them.
This is getting a little
The
dark.
freaking bow is just gonna go straight through them all. That crystal hat, bro. Got like an afro. Poppy bro afro.
Ooh, a hot dog. Come here. Give me some of that. Thanks.
Still kissing.
Sharing is caring.
I didn't know kissing was in the game until now.
Is key in this game.
Wee. And jump. And jump. Woo.
My aim was off.
Now,
I'll get him. There we go.
Yeah.
well aimed, because those woofies were minding their own business. They don't
I'll
deserve
leave
this
them.
up.
Oh no, no.
You do not disturb them. What are you doing?
Freeze.
Say, thank goodness there's
Okay, if I will
Kirby's floating for
Actually love
these
that
types of gamers.
So for those of you
Aye.
Forgotten Land before, player 1 will always play as Kirby, while player 2 will play as Bandana.
Definitely.
The copy abilities in mouthful mode.
I bet this is a thing,
So
but
be able to use it.
I think it'd be fun to do like a no floating challenge with Kirby where you just can't.
Bandana
You can't fly around with him.
spear.
You're just not allowed to.
Cool moveset.
In any Kirby game, really.
About to do, which is the raining.
So like if you have to like go upwards in a level, you'll have to get like high jump or something
Make sound effects.
to do it. I think that'd be fun.
What happened?
Oh my god, you lost like half your health from falling off. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh boy, here we go.
We'll also have returning mouthful mode. So we're about to show pipe mouth and
That other one was not new. Bandana D's freaking
I got you.
running with the pipe. That's hilarious.
Really fun to go
I never see like the multiplayer stuff for this game.
This one's really fun. Just don't miss any of the jumps, okay? No pressure.
So you're basically a roller coaster now.
We got a passenger on board. It's okay, you're still good.
It's all right.
Wow!
Well done.
Oh, beautiful. Here we go. Nice. Nice. Nicely done.
Pure skill.
Oh, yeah.
I got flattened. I also flattened K. I'm
We
sorry.
both got flattened. Sharing is caring, right?
Hold on. Hold on.
I do love these all new optional missions
Thanks.
popping up.
Oh, they don't kiss, they high five. That's so sad.
Things the main game
They need to smooch, bro.
is just so appealing.
Yeah, to find them all. It's
They
just
need to
great
smooch.
discovering new things in this game, especially if fighting.
Nintendo has become politically correct. Unbelievable.
The world's so colorful. It's so pretty.
It's the little hidden ones. The
No
clever
more
ones.
smooches in Kirby.
Yeah. So as you just saw there, if K gets too far away from Kirby or Bandana Waddle Dee, K
Yeah,
gets
you know.
too far away from me, Kirby, the character will or Bandana
Teleport,
Waddle Dee.
I know how Kirby works. I'm so tired.
Oh,
It's a lazy day.
it's a bit. Yeah, it is.
Everything's fine.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
It's a fun level in the original game.
Okay.
As long as
For some reason, Kirby just does amusement parks and carnivals very well.
The crystal effect is also particularly effective in this like black lit spooky house.
Oh, that wasn't an ability? Oh, can I get you? I want your ability.
Can I get you?
Oh, Kirby's Inhale is so strong.
Dang, those guys can go upwards. That's not fair.
Oh my gosh. So this is a new
Whoa, new
enemy
boss.
introduced in with the new content. Also, I forgot to mention
Alright,
for
cool.
you,
I like new
but
bosses.
this portion of gameplay is exclusive to Treehouse Live.
What these characters could be in the lore does not really, it's not ringing a bell to me.
Co-op is still available.
Not ringing a bell too much. Outside of, again, just like a Crystal Heart. I mean, obviously, that's like a Star Allies thing.
Content will be accessed separately from.
But yeah, that dude looked a little weird. He looked new. Completely new.
Capsule, nice. So you still
Oh
have
yeah, you could collect capsules in the original game.
collect in the
Little,
game,
cool,
same
little
as
collectibles.
the main story. Wow.
He almost died, bro. Be
Ah,
careful.
there you go. Yeah.
There's something on the left. You're missing it.
You guys. Oh, I hear.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's right back there. Let's see if we can rescue them.
Good ear, Teresa.
Oh, they did not miss it, actually.
Definitely deafened myself.
I lied.
Yeah, for those of you at home playing in the future, make sure you don't scream too much. Listen for the stories hiding in the world around you. Screaming encouraged, though.
Screaming isn't.
Did he just say scream in church?
Live your best life.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Agree with that.
Feel your feelings.
Cool. All right. I think we rescued that story, and this is a good spot to stop. Don't want to give too much.
No. Okay, fine. Those levels seem pretty long. Could do this next.
Heyo, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse.
And then surely after this, we go to this, I guess, right? Yeah, I guess I'm definitely not going to be getting anywhere close to watching all the stuff I wanted to watch today, probably. Unless, again, I just do a really long stream, which I'm not even super opposed to today. But saying it premieres, yeah, in 28 minutes, so watch this and then we're moving on to that premiere, I guess.
I am Sam, and I am here with D and K, and we're going to be playing some more Mario Kart World. Yes. And we're going to be taking another look at
This
the
guy does not look like
recent
Bob Ross. He's
updates.
got the hair.
We're gonna do a different
It's just an afro. Like,
at some
every person who has an afro does not look like Bob Ross to me.
Treehouse Live. So that'll be
I know that's a controversial opinion,
I want to
but
say one more time. There is a Mario Kart, a dedicated Mario Kart World Direct.
I guess I can see it a little bit.
Coming up in a few weeks, and that's going to go into some more information about some additional game content that we haven't shown here. Let's jump in.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Hammer
So right now I am going to be. I think I'm going to be the
Bro, Dry Bones.
Peach.
Dry Bones is just a necessity in all these games.
I'm going to do the rally.
The rally bike. Yeah. I'm gonna.
All right,
my
let's
car.
do it. Okay, let's get going.
Surprised Hammer Bro doesn't look like
You might
really different
real quick. You might have auto
from
steering turn.
Oh, yeah. Go back one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't want that.
Let me double check mine. Mine is
Thanks,
off.
You're all
good. You're all good. Woo!
Woohoo.
Good call on that. Good call.
Hammer Bro still looks a little outdated to me. I don't know.
Dark up. Then we'll do 150 cc.
Star Cup. Oh my gosh. I want to see Wario Stadium just because I want to know. I can't really tell if it's the 64 version or the GameCube version.
The region of the world.
There are two different,
For this cup. Looks exciting.
I do really like this.
two
stuff a
different
lot.
Mario or Wario Stadium. Sorry, jeez.
Yeah, the way all
I couldn't think of my words for no reason.
And turns and water elements.
That looks the same, kinda. No, there's some more turns that way.
Yeah, it's really fun.
There were different turns in that track. Oh well, we'll find out. We'll see.
Good luck, Kay.
Snowman.
So the first time we showed off Grand Prix, we showed off 4 all new courses, and these are 4 returning courses. But as you'll see as they play,
Gate Pass.
look so
The classic.
different and play so different that they don't really feel like returning courses.
They're like
They're-
a new and improved.
Yeah, they're heavily remixed.
Heavily remixed. Okay.
I'm doing okay.
I think heavily remix is okay as long as the remixes are good things that make the courses better. Oh yeah, you could go to like the right there. There's a new shortcut. I saw it. And you go back to the track there with that little jump, I think.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I just love
So that's cool.
the bow in her hair. It really does.
I am just throwing out all
A remix of this will definitely be a treat.
How do you like that banana peel?
How do you like this bullet?
Barely hear it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
D, you're a hammer bro. See if you can get a hammer.
I know, I'm gonna try to. Let's see.
Anybody go down the right path, the new shortcut. I mean, to me, this is basically just DK Pass. I don't know what they're talking about when they say it's remix.
It was that
I won't
one
say anything.
turn. It gets me every time.
This is literally just DK Pass. There's like no difference in the actual layout to me outside of a new shortcut here and there, probably.
We're okay.
Nope, nobody's going the right still. Dang, bro.
We're not fine.
Dude, what is that structure in the top left there? There's like some metallic structure. I don't know if you could go up there somehow. I doubt it, but...
No joke, you
No,
guys.
it's not. Okay.
See, like, that's basically the newest part right there, is that little ramp. But really, that ramp was kind of in the original 2, kinda.
Okay, you've got one more lap to go.
I'm still pretty close to everybody, so I'm not too worried here. Okay.
I really do wonder if this is the only way in which you're going to drive, like, 3 laps of the same course, as if
She's my
What is that?
it is the first course in a pre, and that's literally it. Again, I don't know how I feel about that. I hope that you can, there's like some mode, like in some of the other Mario Kart games, where you could choose, oh, there's like a path, yeah, on the right there, actually, too. I didn't even noticed that before.
Oh, I almost got you.
You two are doing great.
But, I hope there's a thing where you can just kind of,
Nice work, Kay.
dang, you dingleberry.
Myself.
Peach is winning.
Good.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nice work.
Oh, dang.
Came in fourth. Oh no, I was right around the corner. I ended
Good
getting
hit.
corners, but it was too late.
But, I want to be able to choose individual tracks and then be able to play on three laps on each track or something. Like,
It changed so fast.
I hope that is a thing where you can just start the starting line, play the whole way through 3 times, like traditional Mario Kart.
On to the next race.
Because I just like that.
All right, we're going to Starview Peak, and we're gonna drive there.
Yes. Oh man. All right.
Because again, these courses are connected in the world.
Rico. All right. Just going.
Did you get your rocket starts?
Yes.
My snowflake.
And now we're leaving. Crazy.
All right, we're gonna keep doing this.
Crazy.
How am I in fourth again? All right.
See, I told you Rosalina was my nemesis.
You've got first again though, or
Yeah.
you're
Do I?
trading. You're trading.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh no, and you got a red shell.
Sure do. Name on it. Oh,
Oh, I got a green shell.
someone ate your dinner. no, no. Oh no.
Oh yeah, someone
Alright.
just went back.
They patched a bunch of bugs that would hurt the speedrunning scene, especially for Breath of the Wild.
To have that item
I
on
don't
you.
think they would do that. I don't think they would. They might, but I don't think they would.
Whoever runs into it just takes it away.
I hope not.
If you had a plan for it, it's
So you're like driving up the track here now.
well, I guess that's
More
happening.
coins. Let's see where. Okay.
Instead of like driving down it like we've seen before, now you're driving up it. So that's a little crazy too. It's like mirror mode, but
I got a lot of ground to
organically.
to
Yeah.
catch up, but nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna try really hard not
Are
to
you gonna
drive
hold
directly
that?
behind you.
Are you gonna hold that for defense, D? Or you
Ooh, look at this. Whoa. Okay, yes, that's like the proper way to go through the track too, because it
Okay, bye.
first time we seen it, they were going through it backwards. Now we're going through it the actual way you're supposed to, I think.
You said
Think.
you're good at this game.
I think that's right.
Lap 3, apparently.
Oh, that's just justice.
This crab looks as crazy as something like a Rainbow Road, to be honest with you, on a visual level. It's looking crazy. This also looks like the one track from Mario Kart 8 with the branching path. Like, it literally has the yellow and green.
Always goes.
What's that map called? I forget.
Oh, this section is so pretty.
They really are just taking all the. This is like the best of Mario Kart. Just smashing it all together into one giant game in a way. It is looks so pretty. Oh my god! Like the video quality's not doing it justice. The bit rate. Oh god, dude, that's nuts. That's nuts. Can you play as a chain jump? Dude, got they have got to have a chain chomp as a playable character after that. They're not showing it. They're not showing it, but chain chomp's gonna be playable. I just know it, bro. I just know it.
Oh my goodness.
They did not reveal chain chomp because he is too powerful for this world, you see.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Listen, it could still change at any moment.
Sky High Sunday. Yeah, that's a really cool looking track. Like, again, I'm almost like yearning for a 200cc in this game. It's not in here from the start. I'm sure they'll add it though. I'm almost yearning for it because it just seems like it's actually doable in this game, that it could actually be built for this game, for how big the roads are, and you know, just for I don't know, the fact that some of the turns are not very tight at all either. Just seems like it would be manageable to me. The penguins are going down. That's so cool. This game is very, very cool for sure. And I don't, what are you doing? I still don't know how I feel about the in-between racetracks, but no, this is cool, man. Like, some areas are definitely cooler than others, but like, this is definitely sick. Oh, I missed. Does Wario have like a freaking, what's his name from the Mario movie from Wrecking Crew? That guy. He has a costume that looks like him. Oh, here we go. We're already at Sky High Sunday. It's like the actual map. Yeah, it is just an oval still, I think.
Oh my gosh. Get away from me.
There we go again.
Ooh, charging Chuck. Kamek influencing things. Oh my god, you can grind on top of the railings now. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, this is completely different. There's actually multiple paths. But it's still an oval. But it's like a cooler oval now. Dude, you can go like on the walls there.
Oh gosh. I am lost. I am lost.
You know, I think they redeemed this track a little bit because
No, I totally
with DK Pass it was like okay, it's like the exact same track and there's not really much room for like
give me something good.
any extra creativity there, but it feels like this one has a little more to it at least, so that's cool.
Yeah, I basically took a right into a wall.
The tracks feel so fast though. Once you get to like the actual racetrack, it goes by so quick.
I'm still in first. Ooh. Oh my 2 points. It's gonna come down to this last race.
It's all down to Wario Shipyard.
Oh my goodness.
Wario Shipyard. It's like Wario Shipyard is a map that has underwater sections in the original game, but now you're just kind of like on the water now, and yeah, like the underwater sections of Wario Shipyard are not that significant, so it's not surprising that that's how that works, but yeah, again, I really doubt them being able to add newer tracks. Like a Dolphin Shoals, for example, that's not coming back in this game. And if they keep this format, is it ever going to come back?
Hanging out.
I don't know, but that, like, the whole gimmick of that freaking map was that it was an underwater thing, so it's a little weird. This is like Vanilla Lake, by the way.
Well, there go all three of my red shells.
So it's almost like, or at least looks like it anyway. There might be some, like, in-between sections where they don't necessarily say, "Oh yeah, this is like a vanilla lake" or "This is a Mario circuit from SNES," but they're basically just that.
Well, and if
I mean, they might not be listed as like official tracks that you can play in like the Grand Prix or something, but you might just be able to go to them, you know?
a little bit of a boost.
The water feels a lot different to race on.
Yeah, you can even do little jumps.
Yeah, you get some
Yeah,
little.
Whoop,
that's what I mean.
whoop.
Yeah.
It's about as fun to do as it is in Sonic Crossroads or Worlds, whatever it's called. I'm still looking forward to that game for sure.
I know it's kind of
Oh no,
it's
no.
kind of hard to see.
Alright, yep, here's the end of Wario Shipyard.
Okay. I
So
really.
now,
Wait, no.
now we're actually in there, bro.
See, you're still in it.
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I'll
Okay,
take.
all you need
But
are
again,
I
just
just need
one lap of it.
Let's see what I can get here.
I don't know. I
All right.
understand why they're doing things the way they have here, but
I just got totally.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
It happens.
These laps do feel pretty short sometimes. Sometimes. Like the in-between part is just not. Oh my god, I saw a grinding part there.
All we're doing.
Okay.
This is really cool.
Oh no, the sand.
It's getting intense.
Oh
Yeah.
no, the sand.
Get her. Yes.
I feel like they really haven't lost much of the track
I will take.
um
Okay. Okay. Okay.
by not having underwater.
Okay,
I
okay,
think
okay, okay, okay.
this track still works without that, so fair enough.
Overall standings.
Oh, this is so close. You're. Oh, how did you get a star? What?
Go, go, go.
No! My coffee.
Overall standings, K. Nice work.
Thank you.
Nice
I
work.
feel like I've redeemed myself from this morning.
That is intense. My goodness.
That one was
gracious.
really crazy.
All right.
Nice
well,
work. Nice
Yes,
work.
a
It was
well-
a good race.
So, a well
Looks really fun.
ceremony.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's
All right,
pretty
so
cool.
we're gonna go ahead.
And there were lots of paths on that course that you didn't take. Like there are rail riding opportunities.
There's
and
just
stuff
a lot
all
going
over.
on.
Yeah, they're just like racing, you know. I think they're doing that on purpose and not showing all the cool things in each track. They're just playing it
We'll take
the way that you would expect, but I think a lot of people are going to discover so many different cool things that you can do in the track, so
third
fair
place,
enough.
Lena, you did beat your rival.
I did beat my
You
rival.
beat your rival.
In second with no coffee.
Oh,
Whoa.
that is the
That is such a
champion.
pretty looking road, dude. I can't get over it.
Ah,
Ah.
I'm taking that one with
Still
me.
salty over there.
That was really fun. I love it.
That was really fun.
was great.
Yep.
Nice work, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at free roam.
Yeah, let's get back into free roam mode and we can see what.
Whoa, menus.
on some of the other courses.
Dude, what?
There we
What do you mean?
Free roam.
Wait,
Yeah, let's get back.
so literally, okay, so this is the menu, and as you're in a menu, you drive around, and then when you
See what
select a menu, you just go in, and that's it?
There we go.
What?
So let's go back over to
Holy
Wario
crap.
Shipyard.
Oh yeah.
This was such a cool course.
It's
They're gonna show all the
Trying to
different
catch as
paths
many
now,
as possible. It was-
Yeah.
so you can
there were items on the
rail
outside.
grind right on the right there, obviously.
Oh, it's so
You can
tough.
go in the water there,
Love it, though, in so many different
probably
ways.
if you want.
Yeah, and the
I don't
cool
know,
thing
maybe.
About, again, in free roam mode, the Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up when you drive off the
Yeah.
course.
You can
And
just go
kinda,
anywhere.
You can kind of take it easy and relax. We saw another racer driving over there, and the weather is different when you
There's
visit the course
achievements.
in free roam mode. You know, you can see it
With
in
Birdos.
daylight, and you could see it when it's sunny out.
Whoa.
And so, yeah, this is an example of another
Oh,
one of
yeah,
those.
God,
Yeah, I
You
was
see
gonna
this?
say.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, you just kind of
An
looped
idea
around
to practice these courses a
that
little
one
bit,
section,
find
okay.
some new routes that you didn't take
What's in
before.
there?
There's a lot. Well,
Oh, that's
if I
just
could
the course.
dodge this anchor, yeah. This is another part of the course.
I see. I
Sam
recognize
already getting
that.
better items than me.
I know. I know.
Well, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
being on the course is fun.
I love how people can just drive past you. Dude, you can just jump onto rails, okay.
I like driving around.
You
in the course,
can.
especially when the weather is different because the waves aren't as
They
tumultuous.
behave a little differently.
Yeah. So this can be fun to see different sections of the course. And there is
Alright,
Oh, is that like an anglerfish right there?
Yeah, look out in the distance there.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's really neat.
What the? Whoa, there's like freaking
Similar
dragons
mode than we
out
talked
there.
about here, so
Dude, can
please
you go
keep
visit
an eye out
them?
for the
And
dedicated
they're like
tutorial
boss
that's
fights.
gonna be coming up in a few weeks.
That would be
But
sick.
let's see.
I
I wanna
want,
get another
I
jump
want to
in
know. I
maybe
want to
for
see. I want to
fish.
do that.
Oh, good call. Good call.
They might just like, they might be like the boundary or something, where if you get close to them, they might like eat you and spit you out or something. I don't know.
The memories.
You can make fun all you want. I still got first place.
Yep,
All right.
yep, yep. You still
I
beat
like
me.
doing the jumps here.
It takes a true winner to recover from a fall like that.
Dang.
Well said.
All
Oh,
right.
that's a good one, Sam.
That is
Yeah.
a good one.
And then we'll turn that off, and we'll end on our friend.
Hey.
Oh, I see DK Pass back there.
Hey.
Look, it's DK next to the fire there,
Thank you very much.
right above the rocks.
That was another look at
Okay, well, this is starting pretty dang soon now, so I guess I'll take a pause on that. And then after that, we could play this real quick. And then if there happens to be any... I think the only footage I'm going to watch is stuff from, like, HD video capture footage, right? As long as it's not using... I don't know, because, like, this IGN video could be using, footage from the trailers, and it looks like it is. It's like a combination of the trailers and then stuff off camera. Um, so maybe I don't want to really watch that, to be honest with you, because I think we could get some more information out of off-screen gameplay. But I think I pretty much got the understanding from what we've watched what the game's going to be now. So at this point, it's just like, I don't think I even really need to bother. Same thing with Donkey Kong, really. But yeah, now we just wait for this Q&A. Oh, no, not a Q&A, but, you know. We're getting into this portion of things now. I don't really need to change the title, I guess, but this is exciting. I was playing Crusade, like, literally yesterday, or the other day. It's still fun. It's still a cool game. Everybody's filing in now. Is it like 9 waiting before now? It's getting in the 100 area. Wonder if I could even like fire up Crusade for a second here while we're waiting. Maybe. Just very impatient. But still a fun little video game, you know? Like, let's see, I don't think OBS is showing it on here. There, no. This, yeah, there we go. Anything it could be if it's PAL. I mean, honestly, I see the word PAL, and the first thing I think is PAL World, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's a little too obvious. If it's a PAL, though, I'm thinking it's like a sidekick of somebody that might already be on the roster or something. All the Sonic's pals are already here. Zero? I don't know. Zero doesn't seem like the type of guy to be a pal. He's just a friend. Slippy? Slippy real? I think Slippy's a pal. Kirby, a Kirby character could definitely be a pal. Maybe this is a Bandana D in Crusade. People will be so mad if that's the case, bro. People would be so mad. Ouija? Let's see if we can do one match before this starts. I will quit if I will quit if it does start.
3, 2, 1, go!
What music is this? I never heard that in my life. Ow. Ow. It's a cool remix. Is this always in the game? Wah. Ah. Nice. My kill confirmed. I know the techs. I know the strats. Sukapon. These. Cannot beat me, Sukapon. Oh wow, that's a combo. Okay then. I almost killed too, that's hilarious. Ah, I dropped like a freaking rock though. Dumb. Nobody ever uses that part of the move anymore, but I still think it's really good. So then you can just do crap like that. Why didn't I have another jump? Am I stupid? I think I am, yes. Sparta kick. Ouija. Oh my god. We can do it. Oh, I screwed it up. That's okay. Nope. You're dead now. You are dead. 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 I hope it's a Kirby character because I just like Kirby. More Kirby characters the better. It's supposed to be like it's been confirmed. I saw like Bidoof was asking in a tweet like, how new are we talking? Is this a brand new character? Or is this like a character new to Crusade but not really new? And a dev said that they are new. So it's like a new character that's never been a thing before. Like it could be a Kirby character, could be a Pokemon, another Pokemon, could be another Digimon, honestly, because there's definitely some bias there. Pal, you know, could be a Earthbound character. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Or it could just be some completely new franchise that's never been part of Smash or Crusade. Either one. I got time for one more. I'm thinking if there's like a premiere countdown, I'll probably do, but I don't know. I'm gonna do one more. I bet I could beat somebody up real quick with Caesar. Caesar. Awesome pick, for sure. Caesar. Oh my god, the Caesar Ditto. No way. Ow. Oh my god, the CPU's cracked. Help. It's an awesome grab. Oh my god. This character's so sick, dude. Keep missing that crap. Ow. I want to hit that move, man. Not gonna let me. He's a jerk. There we go. Got him. Oh, God. god, dude, he is trying to end me. I forgot this character has multiple jumps. Hold on, let's pause. Just want to see. Premiere will begin shortly. 254 people waiting. Could be a Nintendo. What do you think, guys? Do you think that's realistic? Nintendo and or cat. Let me hit this move, man. So yeah, it's like U-turn. Ow. Oh, there goes the premiere. What is that? The falling pipe noise? Is that built into Caesar specifically? It's pretty funny. Well, we gotta kill the CPU in like 2 minutes here. There we go. There's one. How much time we got? We've got a minute. We've got a minute to do it. I'm about to cheese him. Ow! No! We got a minute. Oh, no! I want to do a down air, bro! I could have had him. Come on, just get hit by it. There we go. Down air. No! We're so screwed, man. We're so screwed. Got him. Got him this time. Let's go. We did it. We did it. Okay, let me switch over the window now. I'm sorry. I got carried away. So, get out of that. So that's not playing anymore. Okay. We're fine, everybody. We're fine. I did it. I got it. I was paying attention, guys. I promise. Okay, here we go. It's starting. See what's up. With Super Smash Brothers Crusade. It loaded for a sec. It's not fun. Hey! No! Hey, you're not allowed to do this. Hey, hold on. First of all, stop loading up. You're not allowed to be an Undertale. Bro, come on. I will lower the settings, it's fine. You are not allowed to be exploring Snowdin. You're not allowed. Stop it. Stop getting me excited. Is that Toby Fox? Watch it be Toby Fox.
This place creeps me out.
So,
Huh?
very well animated trailer so far.
Huh?
What the?
Get that back!
Oh, it's Ouija? My god. Is this supposed to be an April Fool's joke? And it got delayed? Why would Ouija be the thing being showcased here? Oh, it's Flowey? Maybe? Maybe not. Or it could be Sans. Or it could be Undyne. I don't know who it is. Ouija got killed. Oh, this is just something different. This is just something weird and different. It is Sans. It is him. It's gotta be. 'Cause Sans is Ness and Ness is Sans. It's him. It's gotta be. What is he doing? Yeah. Yeah! It's him. It's him. It's my guy. That's my guy right there. He's real. Dang, that's a forward air. Let's go. Oh, dang, that's a cool animation. Oh, that's also a cool move that I really like. That's also a cool move that I like. All of his throws are sick. Him using a platform with bones under it to drive around is an awesome idea. He's playing the song. He's doing it. Freaking... What's his name? Oh my god. The dude from the grill. Grillby. Okay, yeah, that's his name. The Grillby ult. Snowden Town! Papyrus! The Ouija. Sans ult. It was really actually just a freaking... What's it called? It was a... Bro, why can't I think of words? So this is a cool song. Cool cutscene super. Oh my god. It's very cool. It's very cool. Dang. Dang. That better be how it looks in game. Is that sick? See you later, guys. Why is Shantae here? They just wanted you. Who knows? Sans. Whatever, man. Is there something else going on? Sans ran away with the girl. That's my guy. Nope, that's it. But that's gonna play into the next trailer, I'm sure. Let's go. Sans real. Sans real. Sans real. Sans real! The more sands, the better. Keep them multiplying. 10 years of Undertale. Of course. Of course. Now you guys are obligated to let me play Sans early. It's just how this works, you know? That's my guy. He's my character. Even though Toby Fox made him, he is my character, you know? That I'm never gonna make for Rainmakers ever at any point. That was awesome though. Let's go. Let's go. Sans should be in every platform fighter. Every single one ever. I have to wait for Prism Cross to play as him now. Big W alert. So true. All right, all right. So they teased another character reveal. There's another one coming. Hey, they talking about the thing I was talking about. No way. Awesome reveal. I love me some Sans. That was a good trailer. I appreciate you helping with the palettes and putting in a Groby ult. That will be my ult. Nobody else's. It's all mine. So I'm gonna be a Ouija and Sans main now. Those are gonna be my guys, and of course the Ouija ult will be the Sans ult. Let's go. Hyped up. I'm hyped up for Crusade. That's the one way to get me back into Crusade right there. Um, like you said, Draco, I could try that Crusade TE mod soon enough here eventually. There's just a lot going on again. Today, I think today might be a day I get this computer. I don't know. I'm just gonna shop around a little bit and see if there is any good deals. Like I already saw some stuff that's pretty decent, but I don't know. Like I'm not waiting until Black Friday. I should have just got one on Black Friday, but I waited to see like my brother had a computer and he said it just needed cleaned up and if I got cleaned up that I could use that and I'm like I tried cleaning it up but it's still kind of dirty. I can't get into some spots without probably breaking something. I'm not gonna probably end up using it, so I just don't like the idea of using a dirty computer. Why is Sans a pal anyway, huh? What did he ever do to be called a pal? Buddy pal? I guess he always says pal, huh? I don't know if I want to do anything else. I think I could just end the stream by watching this. Okay. I'll keep my eye on it, Draco. I'll keep my eye on it. Maybe when that patch comes out, that's when I can start playing it. I think that would be good. So let's finish off with this. We'll watch some more DK. Let's see, they're kind of back in this area though. Are they gonna show off anything besides this level? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Nope. So they were just exploring a little bit more there. I don't think I really care to see that if it's just the same area. So never mind. Is there anything else? Anything else to watch here? Let me see. This is on like my personal account though, so let me do that real quick. Switch over. I don't think this is gonna show anything I wouldn't want people to see, but not hiding anything besides my name really. I'm just gonna check and see if there's anything else I want to look at real quick. I don't think so. I was kind of looking through to see if there's like any stuff that I wanted to watch. Well, today I figured we're just watching a whole bunch of stuff, so but I don't think so. I think that's pretty much all we've got going here. So I think with that, that will be the end of the stream then. I think. Because I do need to get some dinner eventually. So I'll go ahead and do that now. And I'll keep life moving along. So let's go. Sans and Crusade. He looks good. Looks real good. Looks real schmancy. I will see you guys for the next live stream probably. Cause I'd like to think I'm gonna be streaming a lot more than making videos. But again, I might give myself some room, some time, and definitely the equipment to make more videos here soon. So look forward to that. Like with the Switch 2 coming out, I'm feeling reinvigorated. Like I wanna, really get back into video making just to play all these different games that are coming out. So